Have you ever felt like you're stuck or not living up to your true potential? What if the key to changing your life is learning just a few powerful lessons and applying them only once? These are not complicated ideas, but simple truths that can transform how you live every day. This video will guide you through 20 essential lessons that will help you take control, grow stronger, and find more meaning in your life. Imagine waking up each day with clear purpose, confidence, and a sense of peace because you understand how to make your choices work for you. You'll discover practical steps to build better habits, handle challenges, and connect deeply with others. Stick with me, because these lessons are straightforward and real, designed to improve your life forever, not just for a moment. Are you ready to start living at your best? Let's begin. Number 1. Take full responsibility for every choice you make. Taking full responsibility for every choice you make is the foundation for every success and every failure you will ever face in life. When you accept that your life is shaped by your own decisions, you step into true power. No one else controls your path. It's not your parents, your boss, your friends, or society. It is you and only you. This truth is simple but not always easy to accept, because it asks for honesty and courage. Responsibility means you stop blaming others for where you are right now. When something goes wrong, it's natural to want to find someone or something to blame. It might be the economy, your upbringing, your circumstances, or even bad luck. But the reality is that blaming outside forces only keeps you stuck. It steals your power to change and grow. When you say, "I am responsible," you take control. That's when the real work begins. Understanding responsibility is not about beating yourself up or feeling guilty. It's about recognizing that you have the power to choose your reaction, your attitude, and your next step. It means when life knocks you down, you get back up and make a new choice. The moment you claim responsibility, you open the door to progress. You stop being a victim and start being a creator of your own future. This is a life lesson that many people resist because it requires looking inward instead of outward. It demands maturity and honesty. It means admitting mistakes without excuses. But that admission is the starting point of improvement. When you own your choices fully, you learn faster, grow stronger, and become wiser. People who refuse to take responsibility stay stuck in the same place, repeating the same mistakes, wondering why life never changes. Taking full responsibility means owning your successes as well. It is easy to enjoy winning, but harder to recognize how your own effort, discipline, and decisions led you there. When you embrace responsibility for your victories, you build confidence and motivation. You know your power grows through your own actions. It teaches you that no one else can give you what you want. You must take it. The emotional weight of responsibility is heavy at first. You might feel overwhelmed or even scared. Taking responsibility means there is no one else to blame, no one to rescue you, no one to fix your problems. You are in charge. That can feel like a lot of pressure, but it also means you are free. Free from waiting on someone else's approval. Free from the frustration of unmet expectations from others. Free from the limits of blaming circumstances. When you fully accept responsibility, you start making better decisions. Because now you realize the impact of every choice you make. The small decisions add up. What you eat, how you spend your time, who you spend time with, how you react to challenges, what you focus on. Each one shapes your future. You understand that your daily habits are the building blocks of your destiny. That awareness motivates you to choose wisely. This life lesson changes how you see yourself and the world. Instead of feeling powerless, you feel empowered. Instead of waiting for the right moment or the perfect opportunity, you create opportunities. You don't let setbacks define you. You learn from them and adjust your path. You become someone who takes action even when it's hard or uncomfortable, because you know that growth requires effort and responsibility. Responsibility also means holding yourself accountable. It means looking honestly at your results and asking, what did I do to cause this? Not to punish yourself, but to learn and improve. It means setting high standards for yourself and refusing to settle for excuses. When you hold yourself accountable, you gain respect from yourself and from others. Accountability builds trust and integrity. This lesson teaches patience too, because when you take responsibility, you realize that change takes time. You can't fix everything overnight, but consistent effort matters. Day by day, choice by choice, you build a better life. You learn to be patient with the process while staying firm on your commitment. That balance between patience and persistence is what turns dreams into reality. One of the most powerful things about taking full responsibility is that it changes your relationships. When you own your part in conflicts or problems, you stop blaming others and start listening. That opens the door for real communication and connection. People respect those who are honest and willing to admit mistakes. It builds stronger, healthier relationships, both personally and professionally. Taking full responsibility also frees you from the fear of failure. When you accept that failure is your responsibility, you take control of how you respond to it. You stop fearing it and start using it as feedback. Failure becomes a tool for learning instead of a reason to quit. That mindset shifts your entire approach to challenges and risks. This lesson applies everywhere: your health, your career, your finances, your relationships, and your personal growth. No area of life improves without your active participation and responsibility. Waiting for others to change or for circumstances to be perfect only delays your progress. Taking responsibility means acting now with what you have, where you are. It is not always comfortable. It can be humbling and even painful at times. But it is always necessary, because the moment you step into responsibility, you reclaim your life. You gain freedom from excuses and complaints. You find strength you didn't know you had. You begin to live with intention instead of by default. The people who achieve the most in life are those who take full responsibility. They don't wait for permission. They don't blame circumstances. They create solutions. They face problems head on. They learn from mistakes. They adapt. They grow. They keep moving forward no matter what. That mindset is what separates those who live meaningful lives from those who drift through life powerless and frustrated. If you want to improve your life forever, start here. Stop blaming. Stop waiting. Stop complaining. Own every choice you have made and every choice you will make. Understand that you hold the pen that writes your story. You have the power to change direction at any moment. Your future depends on your willingness to be responsible today. The freedom and power that come from this lesson cannot be overstated. It is not a one-time decision, but a daily commitment. Every morning when you wake up, you get to decide how responsible you will be. Will you blame or own? Will you complain or act? Will you settle or grow? The choice is yours. Remember this truth: responsibility is the root of all growth. Without it, there is no progress. Without it, there is no real success. Without it, there is no control over your life. When you embrace it fully, you transform yourself. You open the door to a future where you are the leader of your own life. There will be challenges. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when giving up seems easier. But responsibility gives you the strength to push through. It builds resilience. It shapes character. It creates leaders. And that is why this lesson is the most important one you can learn. So take full responsibility for every choice you make. Make that your foundation. Build your life on it. Because when you do, you improve your life forever. Number 2, commit daily to improving your skills and knowledge. Improving your skills and knowledge every single day is the most powerful commitment you can make to yourself. Growth is not something that happens by chance or luck. It is the result of deliberate, consistent action. When you decide to invest in learning every day, you set yourself apart from everyone else. You prepare yourself for opportunities that others will miss. You build a foundation that no one can take away from you. This commitment is not about occasional bursts of effort, but about steady progress. Every day presents a new chance to sharpen your mind and develop new abilities. The world is changing fast, and the people who succeed are those who keep up. You cannot afford to stand still. Skills become outdated and knowledge loses value unless you keep refreshing it. That means reading, listening, practicing, and asking questions without stopping. It requires discipline and focus. It means setting time aside each day to improve, even when you feel tired or distracted. Improving your skills doesn't always mean going back to school or taking expensive courses. It can be as simple as reading a few pages of a good book, watching an instructional video, or practicing a technique until it becomes second nature. The key is consistency. Small steps every day add up to massive growth over time. This approach is realistic and doable for anyone willing to put in the effort. Committing to growth daily changes how you approach problems. Instead of feeling stuck or overwhelmed, you learn to see challenges as opportunities to get better. You start to welcome difficulties because they teach you new things. You become a person who is adaptable and prepared. This mindset is essential in today's fast-paced world where nothing stays the same for long. This commitment builds confidence. When you know you are improving, you feel stronger inside. You trust yourself more because you have proof of your progress. That confidence shows in how you speak, how you act, and how you handle pressure. People notice and respect that kind of self-assurance. It opens doors and creates connections that would otherwise remain closed. Making daily improvement a habit means you take control of your future. You stop waiting for someone to give you a break or a chance. You create your own path by becoming more skilled, more knowledgeable, and more valuable. Employers, clients, and partners naturally gravitate toward people who invest in themselves. You become someone who can solve problems, lead projects, and make smart decisions. The emotional payoff is huge as well. Growth brings satisfaction and pride. It pushes out feelings of frustration and helplessness. When you commit to learning every day, you feel alive and engaged. Your mind stays sharp and your purpose becomes clearer. You wake up with energy because you know you are building something important. It's important to realize that learning and improving are lifelong commitments. No matter how much you achieve, there is always more to know. When you accept that, you stay humble and curious. You avoid the trap of thinking you know everything. This openness to growth is what keeps you ahead in life. It prevents stagnation and boredom. It keeps your passion burning. Sometimes it feels easier to ignore learning or to justify skipping improvement because of tiredness or busyness. That's the moment when commitment matters most. The difference between success and failure is often how you respond when things get hard. Pushing yourself to improve even when you don't feel like it separates winners from everyone else. It shows discipline, which is the backbone of all achievement. Committing daily to improving skills and knowledge also means being selective about what you focus on. Not every piece of information or every new skill is worth your time. You must be strategic. Choose areas that align with your goals and values. Invest in things that will create the biggest impact in your life and work. This focused approach prevents wasted time and frustration. Another important aspect is applying what you learn. Knowledge without action is useless. When you commit to improvement, you must practice and use new skills in real situations. That's how you make learning stick. Taking action reinforces your growth and builds confidence faster. It also shows results, which motivates you to keep going. Sharing your knowledge with others can also deepen your learning. Teaching or discussing what you've learned forces you to understand it better. It connects you with people who can support your growth. It creates a positive cycle of learning and teaching that benefits everyone involved. The world is full of distractions that can steal your time and attention. Social media, entertainment, and endless notifications compete with your commitment to growth. To truly improve daily, you must protect your focus. Set boundaries and create habits that support learning. This might mean turning off your phone during study time or waking up earlier to read before the day starts. Your environment matters too. Surround yourself with people who value growth and encourage improvement. Being around motivated and curious individuals pushes you to keep learning. Negative or complacent people can drain your energy and slow your progress. Choose your circle carefully. Committing to daily improvement is a powerful form of self-respect. It sends a clear message to yourself and others that you value your potential. It shows that you believe in your ability to grow and create a better life. That belief is the fuel that drives long-term success. In practical terms, start by setting a clear goal for what you want to improve. It could be learning a new language, mastering a technical skill, improving communication, or understanding a specific subject better. Write down your goal and break it into small daily tasks. Track your progress and celebrate small wins along the way. Sometimes progress feels slow or invisible, and that can be discouraging. But remember that growth is often like planting a seed. You don't see it every day, but under the surface, change is happening. Keep going. Trust the process. Your future self will thank you for the effort you put in today. One of the most inspiring parts of committing to growth is the way it transforms your mindset. You become less fearful of change and uncertainty. You develop a habit of curiosity that leads you to explore new ideas and possibilities. You become a problem solver instead of a problem avoider. That mindset attracts success and opportunity naturally. This commitment creates momentum. Once you start improving daily, you find it easier to keep going. Your enthusiasm grows. Learning becomes a source of joy instead of a chore. You build a positive identity as someone who is always getting better. That identity shapes your decisions and actions in every area of life. Ultimately, committing daily to improving your skills and knowledge is about investing in yourself. It is the best investment you can make because it pays dividends for a lifetime. No one can take away what you learn or the skills you develop. Those assets increase your freedom, your options, and your ability to contribute to the world. If you want a better life, Stronger relationships, more success, or greater happiness? This is the path. It requires effort and dedication, but delivers incredible rewards. You become a person who can handle challenges with confidence. You attract respect and opportunities. You feel proud of yourself because you know you are growing. This is not a one-time decision, but a daily choice. Every day, commit to learning something new or improving a skill. Be intentional with your time and energy. Recognize that small steps add up to big results. That commitment will shape your future and improve your life forever. The power to improve is in your hands. Use it wisely. Stay focused, disciplined, and passionate about your growth. Your life will change in ways you cannot yet imagine. The moment you commit is the moment your begins to get brighter. Number 3, set clear goals and pursue them with persistence. Setting clear goals and pursuing them with persistence is the key that unlocks real achievement in life. Without clear goals, your efforts can scatter in many directions, leaving you exhausted and frustrated. Goals act like a map that guides your actions and decisions. They give your life direction and purpose. When you know exactly what you want, you can focus all your energy on reaching it. This focus makes your journey efficient and meaningful. Clarity in goal setting means being very specific about what you want to achieve. Vague desires like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy" won't produce results because they lack direction. Clear goals answer the questions: what exactly do I want? When do I want it? How will I know when I have it? When your goals are precise, you know exactly what success looks like. That clarity creates motivation and urgency. Writing your goals down is a powerful step because it moves your intentions from your mind into reality. When you write, your brain starts working differently. You begin to notice opportunities and ideas that help you move toward your goal. Writing also holds you accountable because it becomes a visible commitment. It is a daily reminder of what you are working for. This simple habit creates a strong foundation for progress. Pursuing goals requires persistence because the path is rarely smooth or easy. Obstacles will come, setbacks will happen, doubts will try to pull you away. But persistence is the force that keeps you moving forward despite those difficulties. It's the refusal to quit when things get tough. Persistence means showing up every day ready to take the next step, even if it's small or uncomfortable. Many people start with enthusiasm, but lose steam because they underestimate how long and hard the journey can be. Persistence separates those who finish from those who give up. It is the steady, patient effort that produces lasting results. You don't need to rush or be perfect, but you must keep going. Consistency compounds over time. Your goals should be realistic and challenging at the same time. Setting impossible goals leads to frustration and discouragement. Setting goals that are too easy won't push you to grow. The balance comes from honest assessment of your current situation and a clear vision of what you can achieve with effort. This balance keeps you motivated and engaged because you see progress but still have to stretch yourself. Break big goals into smaller, manageable steps. This makes them less intimidating and easier to track. Each small victory builds confidence and momentum. Celebrate those wins because they remind you that progress is happening. This approach keeps your motivation high and reduces overwhelm. Persistence requires a mindset that values learning over immediate success. When you hit a roadblock, ask what you can learn from it instead of seeing it as failure. Adjust your approach, try again, and keep moving. This attitude turns challenges into stepping stones rather than barriers. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is critical. Find mentors, friends, or groups who encourage your efforts and hold you accountable. Isolation makes persistence harder. Having a network that believes in your goals gives you strength on difficult days. They remind you why you started and help you stay focused. Time management plays a huge role in pursuing goals. Without managing your time well, distractions and urgent but unimportant tasks steal your attention. Prioritize actions that move you closer to your goals. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your purpose. Use daily planning to keep your efforts organized and consistent. Visualizing success can also fuel persistence. Picture yourself achieving your goal in vivid detail. Imagine how it feels, what you see, and what changes in your life. This mental image creates emotional energy and helps you stay committed. It makes the goal real in your mind before it is real in your life. Persistence builds character and resilience. Each time you overcome a difficulty, you become stronger and more capable. This growth transfers to all areas of your life. You learn patience, discipline, and self-belief. These qualities prepare you for even bigger challenges ahead. Avoid comparing your progress to others. Everyone's path is unique. Focus on your own journey and improvement. Comparing can lead to discouragement and distraction. Instead, measure your success against your own goals and standards. Recognize how far you have come, and keep your eyes on your own prize. When setbacks happen, don't waste time on regret or excuses. Accept what happened, learn from it, and recommit to your goal. Persistence is about bouncing back quickly, and with more determination. The speed of your recovery often determines your ultimate success. Motivation alone is unreliable. It fluctuates with mood and circumstance. Persistence is the habit that carries you through when motivation fades. That's why building routines and systems around your goals is essential. When improvement becomes part of your daily life, it no longer depends on feeling motivated. Remember that pursuing goals is not just about achieving external results. The process transforms you. It expands your skills, your mindset, and your confidence. The effort you put in reshapes who you are. That transformation is one of the greatest rewards. Be honest with yourself about your commitment. Are you willing to do what it takes every day? Are you ready to face discomfort, make sacrifices, and stay focused? If not, take time to clarify why the goal matters to you. Strong reasons create strong persistence. Keep reviewing your goals regularly. Life changes, and your goals might need adjustment. Stay flexible and open to refining your plans. Persistence does not mean stubbornly following a path that no longer fits. It means adapting while maintaining dedication to your vision. Take care of your physical and mental health as you pursue your goals. Persistence requires energy and clarity. Regular rest, good nutrition, and stress management are essential. When your body and mind are healthy, your persistence becomes sustainable. Celebrate your progress publicly or privately. Sharing milestones with others reinforces your commitment and brings encouragement. It reminds you that your efforts are real and worthwhile. Celebrations fuel motivation and persistence. Persistence is often misunderstood as stubbornness, but true persistence is smart and strategic. It knows when to push hard and when to pause and rethink. It listens to feedback and adjusts course without losing sight of the destination. Don't fear slow progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. The cumulative effect of persistent effort creates breakthroughs over time. Trust that consistent pursuit beats rushed or half-hearted attempts. Persistence grows when you keep your purpose clear. Know why the goal matters deeply to you. When your purpose connects to your values and passions, it becomes a powerful motivator. That purpose fuels persistence when obstacles arise. Avoid distractions that pull you away from your goals. Identify your biggest time wasters and limit them. Stay intentional with how you spend your energy. Discipline your focus to guard your path. When negative thoughts arise, challenge them with facts and positive affirmations. Self-doubt undermines persistence. Replace doubts with evidence of your past successes and your current progress. Learn from the stories of others who succeeded through persistence. Their journeys remind you that struggle is part of success. Draw strength from their examples to keep moving forward. Remember that persistence is a choice you make every day. It is a commitment to keep going despite difficulties. Choosing persistence means choosing growth, progress, and a better future. Your clear goals and persistent action will create opportunities that no one can predict. Doors open for those who show up and keep trying. Persistence attracts success because it signals commitment and reliability. Believe in the power of your effort. The small daily actions you take build the life you want. Trust that persistence will bring you closer to your dreams. Keep moving forward without hesitation. The most successful people are those who refuse to quit. They stayed focused on clear goals and persisted through every challenge. You have the same power inside you. Claim it and use it every day. Pursue your goals with determination and clarity. Let persistence be your strongest ally. With this combination, you will improve your life forever. Number 4, build strong habits that support your long-term vision. Gratitude is the simplest yet most powerful practice that can deepen your sense of happiness and transform the way you experience life. When you intentionally focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your perspective changes in a profound way. This shift opens your heart and mind to more joy, peace, and contentment. Gratitude is not just a feeling, but a practice you develop daily that rewires your brain to notice the good, even when life feels difficult. Happiness is not something you find outside of yourself. It comes from recognizing the blessings that already exist in your life. Practicing gratitude helps you see those blessings clearly. When you stop to appreciate the small things, a kind word, a warm meal, a moment of quiet, you begin to realize how rich your life truly is. This awareness replaces feelings of lack or frustration with feelings of abundance and satisfaction. Gratitude strengthens your mental and emotional resilience. Life will always have challenges and setbacks, but gratitude provides a stable foundation. It reminds you that no matter the difficulties, there are things to be thankful for. This does not ignore pain or hardship. Instead, it balances those experiences with positive awareness. That balance reduces stress and boosts your overall well-being. Starting a daily gratitude practice is simple, but requires discipline. It can be as easy as writing down 3 things you are grateful for each day. This act trains your brain to focus on positive experiences regularly. Over time, this habit creates a powerful pattern of positive thinking that becomes automatic. You find yourself naturally looking for good moments instead of dwelling on negatives. Expressing gratitude to others is equally important. Saying thank you, acknowledging kindness, and showing appreciation strengthen your relationships. People feel valued and connected when they know their efforts are recognized. This connection deepens bonds and creates a positive cycle of generosity and kindness. Gratitude shared multiplies happiness for everyone involved. Gratitude also improves your physical health. Studies show that grateful people experience better sleep, lower blood pressure, and stronger immune systems. This happens because gratitude reduces harmful stress hormones and promotes relaxation. Taking time to appreciate your body and health supports a holistic sense of happiness. The practice of gratitude expands your perspective beyond yourself. When you recognize the contributions and sacrifices of others, you develop empathy and compassion. This outward focus shifts your attention from problems to possibilities and from complaints to solutions. It helps you become more patient and understanding in difficult situations. Gratitude can be cultivated in any circumstance. Even in hardship, there are things to be grateful for. A lesson learned, a moment of kindness, an inner strength discovered. Finding gratitude in difficult times does not diminish your pain, but provides a light that guides you through darkness. It builds hope and courage to keep moving forward. When you practice gratitude regularly, you become more present. Gratitude anchors you in the here and now by drawing your attention to the current blessings, instead of worries about the past or future. This presence enhances your enjoyment of life's simple pleasures and deepens your relationship. It brings a calm clarity to your mind. Avoid treating gratitude as a quick fix or a cliche. True gratitude requires honesty and depth. It means noticing the good even when life is complicated and imperfect. This kind of gratitude creates real emotional change rather than surface-level positivity. It builds a mindset that stays positive through ups and downs. Gratitude can shift your goals and desires. When you appreciate what you have, you are less driven by greed or comparison. You set goals from a place of growth and contribution instead of lack. This shift leads to healthier motivation and more meaningful achievement. Be intentional about recognizing people who impact your life positively. Take time to thank family members, friends, coworkers, and even strangers who make your day better. Writing letters of gratitude or telling someone directly can have a powerful emotional impact on both of you. Incorporate gratitude into your daily routines. Before meals, during your morning walk, or at bedtime, take moments to reflect on what you appreciate. These small practices build a strong foundation of thankfulness that influences your whole day. Gratitude helps reduce negative emotions like envy, resentment, and anger. When you focus on what is good, those harmful feelings lose their grip. You become less reactive and more peaceful in your interactions with others. This emotional stability enhances your overall happiness. Challenge yourself to find new things to be grateful for every day. This practice stretches your awareness and creativity. It encourages you to look deeper and appreciate subtleties that usually go unnoticed. The more you practice, the richer your sense of gratitude becomes. Remember that gratitude is a gift you give yourself. It changes your brain chemistry to produce more dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals linked to happiness. Practicing gratitude is an act of self-care that nurtures your mental health. Avoid waiting for perfect conditions to be grateful. Life will never be flawless. Choosing gratitude despite imperfection shows maturity and strength. It empowers you to find joy now rather than postponing happiness for some future ideal. Gratitude increases your patience. When you appreciate progress and the efforts of yourself and others, you become more tolerant of delays and setbacks. This patience supports persistence in pursuing your goals without frustration. Sharing your gratitude stories inspires others. When you speak about what you appreciate, you encourage those around you to do the same. This collective practice creates a positive community culture that lifts everyone's spirit. Use gratitude to counteract comparison. When you focus on your own blessings, you stop envying others. You find satisfaction in your unique journey and accomplishments. This freedom from comparison brings peace and confidence. Gratitude reminds you that happiness is not dependent on material wealth or status. It comes from simple appreciation of life's everyday moments. This realization shifts your priorities and creates lasting contentment. The emotional strength built through gratitude prepares you for future challenges. When difficulties arise, your gratitude practice acts like a shield, helping you maintain balance and hope. It supports your ability to bounce back quickly. Gratitude is a choice you make daily. It requires attention and effort, but rewards you with deeper happiness and fulfillment. By making gratitude a habit, you create a positive mindset that enhances every area of your life. Focus on gratitude today and watch how it transforms your outlook. Notice the small gifts around you and savor them fully. This practice will change how you feel, how you act, and how you connect with others. Happiness grows naturally when gratitude becomes part of your lifestyle. It is not dependent on external circumstances, but rooted in your heart. This internal happiness is lasting and resilient. Commit to practicing gratitude every day. Write it, speak it, feel it deeply. Let it become the foundation of your joy. Your life will improve in ways you never thought possible. When gratitude guides you, gratitude is the door to a richer, fuller life. Open it wide and step through. Your happiness will deepen, your relationships will strengthen, and your spirit will soar. Number 5, practice gratitude to deepen your sense of happiness. Gratitude holds the power to transform your life by deepening your happiness in ways you might not expect. When you actively choose to notice and appreciate the good in your life, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. This change doesn't just improve how you feel, it reshapes your entire experience of the world. Gratitude invites you to pause, reflect, and recognize the positive elements that often go unnoticed. This simple act rewires your brain to focus on what works rather than what doesn't, making happiness a natural outcome instead of a fleeting emotion. Happiness is not about having everything perfect or getting what you want all the time. It's about finding satisfaction in what you already possess. Practicing gratitude connects you with this truth. It grounds you in the present moment and reminds you that even in difficult times, there is something to be thankful for. This perspective builds resilience and inner peace. It stops negative thoughts from taking over and replaces them with hope and contentment. The practice of gratitude begins with awareness. Pay attention to the small details in your day. The warmth of sunlight, a smile from a stranger, the taste of your morning coffee. These ordinary moments contain extraordinary gifts when you choose to see them. Regularly acknowledging these moments trains your mind to seek positivity. This intentional focus reduces feelings of anxiety and dissatisfaction that come from dwelling on problems or comparing yourself to others. Gratitude is not passive. It requires active effort to notice and appreciate. Writing down what you are thankful for each day is a powerful tool. Putting your thoughts on paper helps clarify what matters most and makes your gratitude concrete. This daily habit strengthens your mental muscles for positivity. Over time, it becomes easier to find things to appreciate, even when life feels overwhelming. Sharing gratitude with others amplifies its benefits. Expressing thanks to family, friends, or colleagues nurtures your relationships. It builds trust and deepens connections. When people feel appreciated, they respond with kindness and generosity. This cycle creates a positive environment that supports your happiness and theirs. Gratitude expressed aloud or in writing fosters a sense of belonging and community. Gratitude also improves your health by reducing stress and promoting emotional balance. When you focus on what you're grateful for, your body produces less cortisol, the stress hormone. Lower stress means better sleep, stronger immunity, and more energy. This physical benefit enhances your overall quality of life. Practicing gratitude becomes a foundation for both emotional and physical well-being. Life is full of challenges, and gratitude doesn't erase them. Instead, it provides a counterbalance that keeps you grounded. Even during hardship, you can find things to appreciate: a lesson learned, a supportive friend, a moment of peace. Recognizing these positives does not minimize pain, but offers strength to endure. Gratitude in adversity fosters hope and keeps your spirit resilient. Developing gratitude requires honesty. It's important to acknowledge your struggles and frustrations without judgment, while still choosing to notice what is good. This balance creates authenticity in your practice. It prevents gratitude from becoming shallow or forced. Genuine gratitude is deep and meaningful, connecting you to reality in all its complexity. Avoid waiting for perfect circumstances to be grateful. Life is never perfect, and waiting only delays your happiness. Choosing gratitude today creates immediate positive change. It empowers you to find joy regardless of external conditions. This decision shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. Gratitude helps you overcome feelings of envy and resentment. When you focus on your own blessings, the urge to compare lessens. This shift frees you from negative emotions that drain your energy. Instead, you build a mindset of satisfaction and generosity. Gratitude breeds kindness, both toward yourself and others. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine makes it a natural part of life. You might start your morning by listing 3 things you're thankful for, or end your day reflecting on positive experiences. These rituals anchor you in a mindset of appreciation and joy. The repetition strengthens your emotional resilience and rewires your brain toward happiness. The mental habit of gratitude also sharpens your focus on goals and progress. Recognizing what you have achieved and the resources available motivates you to keep moving forward. This positive reinforcement fuels persistence and optimism. Gratitude becomes a source of energy for growth, not just reflection. Be mindful of the language you use about yourself and your circumstances. Replace negative self-talk with grateful statements. So instead of focusing on what's wrong, acknowledge what's working. This shift changes your internal dialogue and influences your actions positively. Words shape thoughts, and thoughts shape behavior. Gratitude deepens your connection to others by fostering empathy. When you appreciate the kindness or effort of those around you, you naturally become more understanding and patient. This emotional intelligence improves communication and reduces conflict. Gratitude creates a foundation of respect and appreciation in relationships. The power of gratitude extends to your community and environment. Recognizing the contributions of others and the beauty around you inspires stewardship and generosity. You become more likely to give back and support causes that matter. This outward expression of gratitude builds a cycle of positivity and cooperation. Gratitude challenges the belief that happiness comes from acquiring more or achieving more. It teaches you to find fulfillment in the present moment and what you already have. This mindset leads to sustainable happiness rather than temporary pleasure. It reduces stress related to chasing endless desires. The practice of gratitude also encourages humility. It reminds you that much of your well-being depends on factors beyond your control. Supportive people, opportunities, and basic needs met. This recognition fosters respect and reduces entitlement. Humility opens you to learning and growth, enhancing your happiness further. Gratitude helps manage expectations and disappointments. When you appreciate what is, you become less upset by what is not. This acceptance reduces frustration and increases peace of mind. It allows you to adapt and find new paths to satisfaction. Focus on cultivating gratitude as a daily discipline. It's a skill that grows stronger with practice. Like any skill, it requires commitment and patience. Over time, it becomes an automatic response to life's challenges and blessings alike. Remember that gratitude is a gift you give yourself. It enhances your mental health, strengthens relationships, and enriches your spirit. Making gratitude central to your life improves your overall happiness deeply and permanently. Choose today to embrace gratitude fully. Let it guide your thoughts, words, and actions. Watch how this powerful practice reshapes your experience and opens the door to lasting joy. Your happiness is waiting for you in gratitude's simple yet profound embrace. Number 6, speak honestly and listen deeply to build trust. Honesty in your words and depth in your listening are the foundations upon which all meaningful trust is built. Trust is not something given freely. It is earned through consistent, transparent, and respectful communication. When you speak honestly, you show courage and integrity. You let others see the real you without masks or pretenses. This vulnerability invites connection because people sense authenticity and feel safe. Honest speech may sometimes be uncomfortable or difficult, but it is always necessary for genuine relationship. Deep listening is equally important. It means fully focusing on the person speaking, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Listening deeply requires presence, patience, and empathy. When you truly listen, you validate the other person's feelings and experiences. This validation builds a bridge between hearts and minds. It dissolves the misunderstandings and creates space for trust to grow. Many people talk to be heard, but few listen to understand. Becoming a deep listener sets you apart and strengthens every relationship. Trust cannot exist without honesty and listening. Working together, speaking honestly without listening can come off as self-centered or harsh. Listening without honesty can feel shallow or insincere. The balance of these two skills creates a powerful bond. When you express your truth clearly and receive others' truths openly, trust flourishes. Being honest requires bravery because it means facing the risk of rejection or disagreement. It involves sharing your thoughts and feelings openly, while respecting the impact your words may have. Honesty is not about brutal honesty or being hurtful. It is about being clear and kind. This kind of honesty builds respect and reliability. People appreciate knowing where they stand with you. It eliminates guessing and confusion. Deep listening demands that you set aside your own judgments and distractions. When someone is speaking, your full attention should be on their words, tone, and body language. This attentiveness shows respect and care. It creates a safe environment where people feel valued and heard. Such environments invite honest dialogue and prevent the breakdown of trust. Communication without trust is empty. Without trust, words lose their meaning and relationships become fragile. Trust grows when you repeatedly demonstrate honesty and listening over time. It is a slow, steady process that rewards patience and consistency. Each honest conversation and each moment of deep listening adds a brick to the foundation. To speak honestly, start by understanding your own thoughts and feelings clearly. Reflect on what matters most to you and express it without hiding or exaggerating. Clarity in your message helps prevent misunderstandings. Use simple, direct language. Avoid defensiveness or blame. Speak with the intention to share, not to win an argument. When listening, avoid interrupting or planning your response while the other person talks. Instead, focus completely on their words. Notice their emotions and the meaning behind what they say. Sometimes what's unsaid matters just as much as what is spoken. Respond with questions or summaries that show you are engaged and want to understand better. Building trust through honesty and listening also requires managing your reactions. When you hear difficult truths or criticism, resist the urge to react defensively. Stay calm and open. This emotional control encourages open communication and strengthens bonds. Trust grows in an environment where people feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment or attack. Trust is fragile but resilient when nurtured properly. If mistakes happen, honesty and deep listening are the tools for repair. Admit when you are wrong and listen carefully to the other person's feelings. Apologize sincerely and take action to change. This approach restores faith and deepens trust rather than destroying it. Cultivating these skills transforms your personal and professional relationships. In families, honesty and listening create closeness and understanding. In friendships, they build loyalty and mutual respect. At work, they foster collaboration and effective teamwork. Trust created through these practices improves communication, reduces conflict, and increases cooperation. Avoid superficial conversations that only skim the surface. True trust comes from sharing real thoughts and emotions. This vulnerability encourages others to open up as well. It creates a cycle of mutual respect and support. The courage to speak honestly paired with the humility to listen deeply is rare, but invaluable. Be consistent in your honesty and listening. Trust does not depend on one conversation, but on repeated behavior over time. Make these skills a daily practice. Check in with yourself about how honestly you communicate and how deeply you listen. Continuous improvement in these areas leads to stronger, more meaningful connections. When you commit to this approach, you become a person others rely on. Your word gains weight, and your presence becomes a source of comfort. People seek you out because they know you listen and speak from the heart. This trust enhances your influence and leadership in all areas of life. Remember that trust also requires respecting boundaries. Honesty means sharing appropriately and not oversharing. Listening means recognizing when someone is not ready to talk or needs space. Respecting these boundaries deepens trust by showing you value the other person's comfort and autonomy. Practice patience as trust develops at its own pace. Some relationships take time to build because of past hurts or personality differences. Don't rush or force trust. Instead, focus on being consistently honest and attentive. Over time, these efforts produce strong, lasting bonds. Trust built on honesty and listening supports emotional intimacy. It allows people to be themselves without fear. This openness brings joy, support, and healing. It creates relationships that sustain you through life's challenges. Avoid gossip, deceit, or hidden agendas, as these destroy trust quickly. Protect your reputation by maintaining integrity in all your interactions. Your honesty and listening skills will then be recognized and valued by those around you. Use honest communication to clarify expectations and avoid misunderstandings. When people know what you mean and what you expect, they feel secure. This clarity reduces conflict and builds cooperation. Listening deeply means being present, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Give your full self to the interaction. This presence makes others feel important and respected. It creates a foundation for open, honest exchange. Challenge yourself to be vulnerable when speaking. Share your true thoughts and feelings even when it's uncomfortable. Vulnerability fosters trust. By showing your authenticity and courage, it encourages others to do the same. When listening, validate the other person's experience by acknowledging their feelings and perspective. This does not mean you must agree, but it shows respect and understanding. Validation strengthens trust and communication. Honest speech and deep listening also build self-trust. When you consistently express your truth and hear yourself fully, you gain confidence in your own voice. This self-trust empowers you in all areas of life. Practice asking open-ended questions when listening. These questions invite deeper sharing and show genuine interest. They help you understand more fully and build stronger connections. Recognize that trust is a two-way street. Both parties must commit to honesty and listening for trust to thrive. Encourage this dynamic by modeling the behavior you want to see. Trust earned through honesty and listening is not fragile. It can weather storms, disagreements, and challenges. When these qualities are present, relationships grow stronger over time. Your commitment to speak honestly and listen deeply transforms not just relationships, but your character. It develops integrity, empathy, and wisdom. These qualities enrich your life and those around you. Keep practicing these skills daily. Each honest word spoken and each moment of true listening strengthens your connections and builds trust that lasts a lifetime. Number 7, manage your time like it is your most valuable asset. Time is the one resource you can never get back. Once it's gone, making it the most valuable asset you own. Managing your time well is not about filling every minute with activity, but about making sure your actions align with your priorities and goals. The way you spend your time directly shapes your life. When you treat time with respect and intention, you gain control, reduce stress, and increase your productivity. Time management is the cornerstone of success and happiness, because it determines how much you can accomplish and how balanced your life feels. Every day you get exactly the same amount of time, 24 hours, no more, no less. How you choose to use those hours decides your progress. Most people waste precious time on distractions, procrastination, or busy work that does not move them forward. To manage your time like your most valuable asset, you must be deliberate. That means knowing what matters most to you and allocating your hours accordingly. Time invested in your goals, relationships, and health pays dividends in satisfaction and achievement. Start by identifying your top priorities. What are the key areas that deserve your focus? Without clarity, you risk drifting through your days, reacting to urgent but unimportant tasks. Write down your priorities and revisit them regularly. Use them as a compass to guide your daily decisions. When you face choices about how to spend your time, ask yourself which option serves your priorities best. This question will help you say no to distractions and yes to what truly matters. Planning is essential for managing time well. Each morning or the night before, outline your key tasks and goals for the day. Having a clear plan prevents wasted moments deciding what to do next. Prioritize tasks that have the greatest impact on your long-term vision. Break big projects into smaller steps and schedule time blocks to work on them without interruption. This structure creates focus and momentum. Avoid multitasking as it divides your attention and reduces effectiveness. Focus on one task at a time and give it your full energy. Completing tasks fully before moving on leads to higher quality results and less mental fatigue. Deep work, where you concentrate without distraction, is the most productive way to manage your time. Learn to say no firmly but respectfully. Time is limited, and accepting every request or invitation dilutes your focus. Saying no frees up space for your priorities and reduces overwhelm. Protect your time as fiercely as you protect your money or health. Remember that saying no to less important things is saying yes to your goals. Eliminate or minimize time wasters. Identify activities that consume time without adding value. Excessive social media, endless emails, unproductive meetings. Set boundaries and limits on these distractions. Use tools and hits to reduce interruptions, like turning off notifications or scheduling specific times to check messages. Reclaiming even small pockets of time adds up to hours saved weekly. Delegate tasks that others can do for you. Delegation is not a sign of weakness, but of smart time management. Focus your energy on tasks that require your unique skills and attention. Empower others to contribute and lighten your load. This strategy expands your capacity and helps you achieve more with the same time. Use technology wisely to support your time management. Calendars, reminders, and task management apps help organize your day and keep you accountable. However, avoid letting technology become a distraction. Use it intentionally to serve your goals, not control your attention. Rest and breaks are vital parts of managing time effectively. Working non-stop leads to burnout and reduces productivity. Schedule short breaks to recharge your mind and body. Quality rest improves focus and creativity. Balancing work and recovery maximizes your use of time. Track how you spend your time honestly for a few days. This awareness reveals hidden patterns and habits that waste your valuable minutes. Use this data to make changes. Adjust your routines to eliminate unproductive activities and increase time spent on what matters. Set deadlines for your tasks, even if they don't have external ones. Self-imposed deadlines create urgency and prevent procrastination. They help maintain steady progress and prevent tasks from dragging on indefinitely. Avoid perfectionism as it can consume excessive time and stall progress. Aim for good enough to move forward and improve later if needed. Time spent chasing perfection often delays results and creates unnecessary stress. Prepare for interruptions and unexpected demands on your time. Build flexibility into your schedule to handle surprises without losing control. Having contingency plans reduces anxiety and keeps you on track. Reflect weekly on how well you managed your time. Celebrate what went well and identify areas for improvement. Continuous reflection keeps you aware and adaptable, improving your time management skills over time. Align your time management with your energy levels. Schedule demanding tasks when you are most alert and creative. Use lower energy periods for routine or simpler activities. Matching tasks to your natural rhythms increases efficiency and satisfaction. Visualize the impact of good time management on your life. More time for meaningful work, deeper relationships, better health, and personal growth. Let this vision motivate you to prioritize time management daily. Recognize that time management is not about doing more, but about doing what matters most. It is about quality, not quantity. Managing your time well leads to a balanced life, where achievement and happiness coexist. Practice mindfulness in how you spend your time. Being present in each activity enhances your experience and effectiveness. It reduces wasted moments and increases appreciation for your day. Avoid comparing your time use to others. Everyone has different priorities and responsibilities. Focus on what works best for you and your goals. Customize your time management to fit your unique life. Remember that wasted time cannot be earned back. Use this truth to motivate yourself to be intentional. Time is the currency of life. Spend it wisely and with purpose. Time management skills grow stronger with practice and discipline. Commit to improving daily. Small improvements compound into mastery that changes your life trajectory. Invest time in planning your future as well as your day. Setting long-term goals and breaking them into manageable steps ensures your time today builds toward your dreams. Seek advice and learn from people who excel at managing time. Adopt strategies that fit your style. Avoid trying to do everything their way. Tailor approaches to suit your needs. Guard your time by setting boundaries with people and technology. Communicate your availability clearly. Protect your focus and energy from unnecessary demands. Remember that time management is a lifelong skill. Life changes, and so do your priorities. Stay flexible and willing to adjust your methods as needed. The freedom that comes from managing your time well is priceless. You gain control over your life instead of being controlled by the clock. This freedom allows you to live intentionally and fully. Commit now to managing your time like your most valuable asset. Take control today to create the life you want tomorrow. Your future depends on the time you invest now. Number 8, surround yourself only with people who lift you higher. The people you choose to surround yourself with have the power to either lift you up or pull you down in ways you might not even notice. Your environment shapes your mindset, your habits, and your outcomes far more than they realize. When you surround yourself only with those who encourage your growth, support your dreams, and challenge you to be better, you set the stage for success. These relationships fuel your motivation, boost your confidence, and inspire action. They create a positive energy that propels you forward even when things get tough. Choosing the right people to be around is not about excluding everyone else harshly. It's about prioritizing your emotional and mental well-being. Not everyone you meet will contribute positively to your life, and that is okay. Recognizing who brings out the best in you and who drains your energy is a critical skill. Being around people who constantly criticize, doubt, or discourage you saps your strength and clouds your vision. You owe it to yourself to protect your time and heart from toxic influences. Lifting relationships are those where mutual respect, encouragement, and honesty thrive. These are the people who celebrate your successes without jealousy and offer constructive feedback without judgment. They listen deeply when you need to speak and share their own vulnerabilities without pretending to be perfect. Such relationships create trust and safety, which allow you to take risks and grow. They remind you of your worth and potential when self-doubt creeps in. The energy you receive from your social circle affects your motivation and attitude. Positive people inspire hope and resilience. Their belief in you becomes a mirror that reflects your own capabilities. When you feel supported, you are more likely to step outside your comfort zone and pursue your goals. On the other hand, negative company breeds doubt and fear. Surrounding yourself with uplifting people is a strategy for success and happiness. Take time to evaluate your current relationships honestly. Notice how you feel after spending time with certain people. Do you leave conversations feeling energized or drained? Are your ideas encouraged or dismissed? These emotional responses are important signals. Your circle should be a source of encouragement, not exhaustion. Sometimes distancing yourself from toxic relationships is necessary for your growth. Seek out individuals who share your values and aspirations. Connecting with like-minded people creates a fertile ground for collaboration and learning. When you surround yourself with people who are committed to personal development and positive impact, you raise your own standards. This environment fosters accountability and mutual inspiration. Building a supportive network requires effort and intention. It might mean making new connections through groups, workshops, or communities that align with your goals. It may involve reaching out to mentors or role models who have achieved what you aspire to. Cultivating these relationships is an investment in your future. Remember that relationships are reciprocal. To attract people who lift you higher, you must also be that person for others. Show genuine interest in others' growth, celebrate their achievements, and offer your support. Positive energy is contagious and builds strong bonds that last. Avoid relationships based solely on convenience or history if they no longer serve your growth. It's okay to let go of friendships or associations that hold you back. This process can be difficult, but necessary. Prioritize your well-being over social obligation. Healthy relationships challenge you to confront your weaknesses and grow. They do not just agree with everything you say, but provide honest feedback. Constructive criticism given with care helps you improve and stay grounded. These connections foster continuous learning and self-awareness. Pay attention to the influence your closest contacts have on your habits and mindset. People who lift you higher inspire discipline, optimism, and creativity. They encourage you to set goals and support your efforts. Their presence reinforces positive behaviors and attitudes. Negative influences can be subtle, like constant complaining or discouragement disguised as advice. Recognize these patterns and set boundaries. Protect your mental space by limiting exposure to such negativity. Your peace and progress depend on it. Celebrate relationships that bring joy and meaning to your life. These connections provide emotional nourishment that fuels your perseverance. They offer comfort during challenges and amplify your happiness in good times. Your social circle impacts your self-esteem and confidence. Being around encouraging people builds belief in yourself. This confidence translates into taking bold steps toward your dreams. Confidence gained in supportive relationships empowers you to face obstacles with courage. The quality of your relationships affects your overall health. Positive social connections reduce stress and increase feelings of safety and belonging. These benefits improve your emotional and physical well-being. Prioritizing uplifting relationships is an act of self-care. Choose friends and associates who inspire you to live authentically and with purpose. Their example motivates you to be honest, kind, and dedicated. They model behaviors and mindsets that elevate your life. Seek diversity within your uplifting circle. Different perspectives and experiences enrich your understanding and creativity. This variety challenges you to grow beyond your comfort zone and expand your worldview. Regularly nurture your supportive relationships. Invest time and effort to maintain connection and trust. Strong bonds require attention and care to flourish. Your willingness to engage deeply strengthens your support system. Trust your intuition when it comes to people. If someone consistently lowers your energy or clouds your judgment, pay attention to those feelings. Your instincts about relationships often guide you toward healthier connections. Understand that lifting others is also your responsibility. Be the positive influence you want to attract. Your attitude and actions impact those around you more than you realize. Limit your time with people who engage in gossip, drama, or negativity. Such behaviors create unnecessary stress and distraction. Instead, seek out those who focus on solutions, growth, and kindness. Remember that your network shapes your future. The people you surround yourself with influence your opportunities, mindset, and habits. Build a circle that supports your highest potential. Avoid settling for relationships that feel comfortable but uninspiring. Growth requires challenge and support. Push yourself to seek connections that stretch and uplift you. Celebrate small wins with your uplifting circle. Sharing successes builds momentum and reinforces positive energy. This collective joy boosts motivation for all involved. Recognize that sometimes you may need to outgrow relationships. Personal growth can lead to changes in your social landscape. Embrace this evolution as a natural part of life's journey. Use your uplifting relationships as a source of accountability. When others believe in your goals, you are more likely to stay committed. Their encouragement helps you overcome procrastination and doubt. Practice gratitude for the people who lift you higher. Acknowledge their impact on your life regularly. Gratitude strengthens bonds and enhances the positive energy within your circle. Surrounding yourself with people who lift you higher is one of the most strategic decisions you can make. It creates an environment where your potential thrives and your happiness grows. Choose your circle wisely and watch how your life transforms through the power of positive, supportive relationships. Number 9, face your fears head on to grow your courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it head on despite feeling afraid. Every step you take toward your fears is a step toward becoming stronger and more resilient. Fear is a natural reaction designed to protect you, but when it stops you from moving forward, it becomes a barrier to your growth and happiness. Confronting your fears directly breaks this barrier and opens the door to new possibilities. Courage grows not by avoiding fear, but by meeting it with determination and clarity. The first step to facing your fears is to acknowledge them honestly. Denying or avoiding what scares you only gives fear more power. When you name your fears, you bring them out of the shadows where they grow unchecked. This awareness gives you control. Instead of being overwhelmed by an unknown force, you begin to understand what triggers your fear and why. This clarity is essential to moving past it. Fear often feels bigger and more intimidating than it actually is. This distortion happens because your mind imagines worst-case scenarios that rarely come true. By facing your fears, you challenge these exaggerated thoughts and replace them with reality. When you confront what you fear in small, manageable steps, you prove to yourself that the situation is not as threatening as you believed. This process weakens fear's hold and builds your confidence. Taking action despite fear requires courage, and courage is a skill that develops with practice. Each time you face a fear, no matter how small, you strengthen your ability to act in the face of uncertainty. This repetition rewires your brain, making courage your default response rather than fear-based avoidance. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes manageable, and your range of comfort expands. Facing fears head-on also teaches you valuable lessons about yourself. You discover your inner strength, creativity, and resourcefulness. These experiences reveal that you are capable of more than you thought. They build a foundation of self-trust that supports future challenges. This growth in self-awareness and confidence becomes a source of motivation and empowerment. Fear can manifest in many forms: fear of failure, rejection, change, or the unknown. Each type of fear deserves its own approach. Start by identifying which fear is holding you back most strongly. Focus your energy on that fear first, breaking it down into smaller pieces you can handle. This targeted approach makes facing fears less overwhelming and more achievable. Use positive self-talk to support yourself during fearful moments. Replace negative or doubting thoughts with encouraging statements. Remind yourself that fear is temporary and that courage leads to growth. This internal dialogue strengthens your resolve and keeps you moving forward. Visualize success as a way to prepare your mind for facing fears. Imagine yourself confronting the fear confidently and overcoming it. This mental rehearsal builds familiarity and reduces anxiety. It sets your mind to expect positive outcomes, which helps reduce fear's intensity. Build a support system of people who encourage your courage. Share your fears with trusted friends or mentors who can offer perspective and motivation. Their encouragement boosts your confidence and helps you stay accountable to your goal of facing fears. Accept that discomfort is part of growth. Facing fears will not always feel easy or pleasant. You may experience anxiety, uncertainty, or even failure. These feelings are normal and temporary. Recognize them as signs that you are pushing beyond old limits and expanding your abilities. Learn from setbacks rather than letting them stop you. Courage is not about being perfect, but about persistence. If facing a fear doesn't go as planned, analyze what you can do differently next time. This learning mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones. Set clear, achievable goals for facing your fears. Break the process into specific actions with deadlines. This structure helps you stay focused and measure progress. It reduces the tendency to procrastinate or avoid the challenge. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small, in confronting fear. Each success reinforces your courage and motivates you to tackle the next challenge. Recognizing your progress keeps your momentum strong and your mindset positive. Practice mindfulness to manage fear's physical and emotional effects. Techniques such as deep breathing and grounding exercises help calm your nervous system when fear arises. This calm presence gives you clarity and control, making it easier to face fears calmly and thoughtfully. Understand that fear often signals opportunity for growth. Instead of retreating, use fear as a guidepost to what matters most in your life. Facing fears in these areas leads to meaningful transformation and achievement. Challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone regularly. Courage builds through repeated exposure to unfamiliar or uncomfortable situations. The more you practice, the more natural, courageous action becomes. Document your experiences facing fears in a journal. Writing about your challenges and successes helps you process emotions and track growth. Reflection deepens your understanding and strengthens your commitment. Avoid comparing your journey with others. Everyone's fears and growth paths are unique. Focus on your own progress and celebrate your personal milestones. Comparison only distracts and diminishes your courage. Remember that courage inspires others. Your willingness to face fears models strength and resilience for those around you. This ripple effect creates a positive impact beyond your own life. Build physical strength and health to support your courage. A strong body increases your energy and mental toughness. Exercise and good nutrition improve your overall capacity to face challenges. Stay curious about your fears. Ask yourself what you can learn from them and how they serve or limit you. This curiosity transforms fear into a teacher rather than an enemy. Surround yourself with stories and people who demonstrate courage. Learning from others' experiences provides inspiration and practical strategies. It shows that courage is achievable for anyone willing to try. Practice gratitude for the growth that comes from facing fears. Recognize how courage enriches your life and expands your potential. This positive focus fuels ongoing bravery. Prepare for facing fears by equipping yourself with knowledge and skills. The more prepared you feel, the less intimidating the challenge becomes. Preparation increases confidence and reduces fear. Trust yourself to handle whatever happens when facing fears. Self-trust is the foundation of courage. Believe that you have the strength, wisdom, and resilience to navigate uncertainty. Keep a long-term perspective. Facing fears today builds the courage that shapes your future success and happiness. Each courageous act lays the groundwork for a richer, fuller life. Commit to facing fears with persistence and kindness toward yourself. Growth is a process, not a one-time event. Be patient and compassionate as you build your courage muscle. Taking action in the face of fear transforms your life. It frees you from limitations, unlocks new opportunities, and reveals your true strength. Make the choice today to face your fears head-on and grow your courage beyond what you thought possible. Number 10, prioritize your health by moving and eating intentionally. Your health is the foundation of everything you want to achieve in life, and prioritizing it through intentional movement and eating is the smartest investment you can make. Without good health, energy drains away, focus falters, and even the simplest tasks become burdensome. Choosing to move your body regularly and eat with purpose isn't about strict rules or perfection. It's about honoring your body's needs and fueling it to perform at its best every day. When you make health a priority, you gain more vitality, clarity, and resilience to handle life's challenges and opportunities. Moving your body intentionally means engaging in activities that strengthen, stretch, and energize you consistently. It's not about extreme workouts or unrealistic routines, but about finding motion that fits your lifestyle and goals. Whether it's walking, cycling, yoga, or strength training, the key is regularity and purpose. Movement improves circulation, boosts mood, and sharpens your mind. It supports all your bodily systems and prevents many common health problems. Making movement a daily habit keeps your body strong and your mind alert. Intentional movement starts with awareness. Notice how your body feels throughout the day and listen to its signals. If you feel stiff, tired, or restless, it's a sign to get up and move. Sitting for long periods drains energy and harms health. Break up your day with short walks or stretches. Prioritize exercises that target your posture, balance, and flexibility. These movements enhance your overall function and reduce injury risk. Create a routine that fits your schedule and preferences. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even short bursts of activity add up over time. Commit to moving daily, no matter how small the effort. This commitment builds momentum and makes movement part of your identity. When movement becomes a habit, it no longer feels like a chore but a natural and enjoyable part of your life. Pair movement with mindful breathing and focus. Pay attention to your body's sensations during exercise. This mindfulness increases your connection to your health and boosts the benefits of movement. Notice how your energy shifts and your mood lifts. Use movement as a tool not only for physical health, but for mental clarity and emotional balance. Eating intentionally means choosing foods that nourish your body and support your well-being. It is not about dieting or deprivation, but about making conscious decisions that align with your health goals. Whole foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains provide the vitamins, minerals, and energy your body needs. Processed and sugary foods may taste good momentarily, but often leave you feeling sluggish and depleted. Start by paying attention to hunger and fullness cues. Eat when you are hungry and stop when satisfied, not stuffed. This practice tunes you into your body's needs and prevents overeating. Choose meals and snacks that combine protein, healthy fats, and fiber to keep you energized and satisfied longer. Plan your meals with intention. Preparing balanced meals in advance reduces the temptation to grab unhealthy options. When busy or tired, cooking at home allows you to control ingredients and portion sizes. Experiment with new recipes that excite your taste buds and provide nutrition. This creativity keeps eating healthy, enjoyable, and sustainable. Hydration is another crucial part of intentional eating. Water supports digestion, energy levels, and overall function. Aim to drink regularly throughout the day. Limit sugary drinks and excess caffeine, which can disrupt energy and hydration balance. Be mindful of how food makes you feel. Notice the difference between meals that energize you and those that leave you sluggish. Use this awareness to adjust your eating habits and choose foods that enhance your well-being. This self-knowledge empowers you to make better choices over time. Avoid emotional eating by developing other coping strategies. Stress, boredom, and fatigue often lead to unhealthy food choices. Recognize these triggers and find healthier outlets such as movement, meditation, or connecting with loved ones. Building emotional resilience supports intentional eating. Balance is key in your approach to movement and nutrition. Allow yourself flexibility to enjoy treats and rest when needed. Perfection is not the goal. Progress and consistency are. Being too strict can lead to burnout and frustration. Honor your body's needs and celebrate your successes. Seek professional guidance if needed. Nutritionists, trainers, or health coaches can provide personalized plans and support. Their expertise can help you navigate challenges and optimize your health efforts. Don't hesitate to ask for help to stay on track. Regularly assess your health goals and adjust your movement and eating habits accordingly. Life changes, and so do your needs. Stay adaptable and open to trying new approaches that better serve your health and lifestyle. Use technology wisely to support your health priorities. Apps for tracking activity, meal planning, or meditation can increase accountability and motivation. However, avoid becoming dependent on tools. The goal is internal motivation and awareness. Connect movement and eating to your broader life goals. When your health supports your ambitions, everything else flows more smoothly. Good health is the fuel that powers your success and fulfillment. Celebrate the small victories in your health journey. Each healthy meal and every movement session is a step toward a better life. Recognizing these achievements builds confidence and momentum. Understand that intentional movement and eating are lifelong commitments, not quick fixes. Your body and mind benefit most from consistent care over time. Approach your health as an ongoing practice that evolves with you. Surround yourself with a community or friends who support your health goals. Sharing your journey with others creates motivation, accountability, and joy. Positive social support is a powerful factor in maintaining healthy habits. Listen to your body's signals of rest and recovery. Overtraining or restricting food too much can harm your progress. Respect your limits and give yourself permission to rest. Recovery is essential for long-term health. Prioritize sleep as part of your health strategy. Quality sleep supports physical repair, mental clarity, and emotional balance. Establish routines that promote restful sleep to maximize the benefits of your movement and nutrition efforts. Embrace a positive mindset about your health. Focus on what your body can do and the progress you make, rather than shortcomings. This attitude fosters self-love and resilience, which are critical for sustaining healthy habits. Avoid comparisons that discourage you. Your health journey is unique. Celebrate your path and progress regardless of others' achievements. This focus keeps you motivated and reduces unnecessary stress. Educate yourself about nutrition and fitness from reliable sources. Knowledge empowers you to make informed choices and avoid myths or fads. Staying informed keeps your health decisions effective and safe. Prepare for challenges and setbacks with strategies to stay consistent. Life's demands can disrupt routines, but planning ahead helps you stay on course. Flexibility and persistence are essential to long-term success. Practice gratitude for your body and health. Recognizing the value of your physical well-being deepens your commitment to caring for it. Gratitude fuels motivation and joy in your health journey. Intentional movement and eating create a foundation for a vibrant, energized life. Prioritizing these areas empowers you to face challenges, pursue dreams, and enjoy everyday moments fully. Take charge of your health today and build the life you deserve through mindful action and consistent care. Number 11, invest in relationships that bring out your best self. The quality of your life depends greatly on the quality of the relationships you invest in. So choosing to surround yourself with people who bring out your best self is one of the most important decisions you can make. When you dedicate your time and energy to relationships that inspire, challenge, and support you, you create an environment where growth and happiness thrive naturally. These connections push you toward your highest potential and help you become the person you aspire to be. Investing in such relationships is not just about companionship. It's a strategic move that shapes your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. Building relationships that bring out your best self starts with understanding what you need and want from others. Reflect on the traits and behaviors that lift your spirits, fuel your ambitions, and encourage you to be authentic. Seek out people who embody these qualities and who genuinely want to see you grow. These relationships provide a safe space for you to express your true self without fear of judgment. They also hold you accountable, pushing you gently but firmly toward your goals. Being intentional about your social circle means recognizing which relationships nourish your mind and soul, and which drain your energy. Not all connections serve your growth. Some may be rooted in comfort or habit, but no longer contribute positively. It takes courage and clarity to step away from relationships that limit your progress, but doing so frees up space for more meaningful and enriching bonds. This process is a form of self-respect and a vital part of personal development. Investing in relationships means giving more than just your presence. It involves active listening, genuine interest, and consistent support. Show up for the people who matter in your life with empathy and kindness. Celebrate their victories and stand by them during challenges. When you give generously to relationships, you build trust and deepen connections. This mutual investment creates a strong foundation where everyone can thrive. Communication plays a crucial role in nurturing these relationships. Speak honestly and openly about your feelings, needs, and aspirations. Encourage the same transparency in return. When communication flows freely, misunderstandings are minimized and bonds strengthen. Honest conversations build respect and allow relationships to evolve authentically. Surrounding yourself with people who bring out your best self also means embracing diversity in perspectives and experiences. Different viewpoints challenge your thinking and broaden your understanding of the world. This diversity fuels creativity and problem solving. It encourages you to grow beyond your current limitations and embrace new possibilities. Healthy relationships also require boundaries. Know your limits and communicate them clearly. Protect your time, energy, and emotional health by setting boundaries that prevent burnout and resentment. Boundaries create respect and balance, allowing relationships to be sustainable and fulfilling over the long term. Recognize that investing in relationships is an ongoing process. It requires time, patience, and effort. Relationships may face conflicts or difficulties, but these moments are opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Approach challenges with empathy and a willingness to work through issues rather than avoiding them. The people you invest in influence your mindset and behaviors. When you associate with those who strive for excellence and integrity, you are more likely to adopt similar values. Positive social influence is powerful. It can motivate you to develop better habits, pursue ambitious goals, and maintain a hopeful outlook. Choose to be around people who inspire you to improve rather than those who settle for less. Being part of uplifting relationships also provides emotional resilience. Life inevitably brings setbacks and disappointments, but having a strong support system helps you bounce back faster. Knowing someone believes in you strengthens your confidence and determination. This emotional safety net encourages you to take risks and face challenges with courage. Investing in relationships means also being vulnerable. Sharing your fears, struggles, and dreams creates intimacy and trust. Vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength that deepens connections and fosters authentic support. It allows others to see the real you and respond with compassion. Avoid superficial relationships that offer little depth or meaning. While casual acquaintances have their place, prioritize connections that challenge you intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. These meaningful relationships contribute significantly to your growth and fulfillment. Celebrate the successes and growth of those you invest in. Genuine joy for others' achievements builds positive energy and strengthens bonds. Sharing celebrations creates memories and motivates everyone to keep striving for their best. Invest in relationships that encourage you to balance work, rest, and play. Healthy connections recognize the importance of all aspects of life and support your overall well-being. They remind you to slow down when needed and celebrate life's joys alongside ambition. Reflect regularly on your relationships. Assess whether they continue to bring out your best self and support your values. Make adjustments when necessary to maintain a circle that fuels your growth. This reflection keeps your social environment aligned with your evolving goals. Being intentional with relationships includes forgiveness. People make mistakes and conflicts arise. Choosing to forgive and move forward preserves valuable connections and teaches compassion. Holding on to grudges only weighs you down and hinders growth. Investing in relationships extends beyond personal connections. Professional networks, mentors, and communities can also bring out your best self. These associations offer guidance, opportunities, and inspiration that contribute to your development. Approach relationship building with curiosity and openness. Ask questions, listen actively, and seek to understand others deeply. This approach enriches your connections and reveals shared values and interests that strengthen bonds. Show gratitude regularly for the people who bring out your best self. Expressing appreciation reinforces positive dynamics and deepens trust. Gratitude also reminds you to value these relationships and not take them for granted. Remember that investing in relationships is a two-way street. Your commitment to growth and authenticity encourages others to do the same. This mutual dedication creates a powerful cycle of improvement and fulfillment. Avoid negative influences that pull you away from your best self. Distance yourself from gossip, criticism, and jealousy. Surround yourself instead with encouragement, respect, and optimism. Recognize that some relationships may evolve or fade as you grow. This natural progression is not failure, but a sign of transformation. Embrace change with grace and seek new connections that align with your current path. Use challenges within relationships as opportunities to practice patience, empathy, and communication skills. These experiences build emotional intelligence and strengthen bonds when handled constructively. Investing in relationships that bring out your best self enhances every area of your life. These connections boost your confidence, inspire growth, and provide joy and support. Make this investment a priority and watch how your life flourishes through the power of meaningful, uplifting relationships. Number 12. Learn to say no to distractions and unnecessary obligations. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop to protect your time, energy, and focus in a world full of distractions and unnecessary obligations. Every yes you give to something that doesn't align with your goals or values takes you a step further away from the life you want to build. Saying no is not about being rude or selfish. It's about respecting yourself and your priorities. It's a clear and decisive way to take control of your life and protect what matters most. The ability to say no starts with clarity about what truly matters to you. Without a strong sense of purpose and clear goals, it becomes difficult to distinguish between what deserves your attention and what doesn't. When you know where you want to go, saying no to distractions and obligations that don't serve that direction becomes easier and more natural. This clarity provides a powerful filter for your decision. Distractions come in many forms. Social media, constant notifications, unnecessary meetings, or people asking for your time without considering your priorities. These distractions steal your focus and fragment your attention. They make it harder to do deep, meaningful work and drain your energy. Saying no to these distractions creates space for what is truly important. Unnecessary obligations often come with pressure or guilt. You might feel obligated to say yes because you want to please others or avoid conflict. But when you overcommit, you spread yourself too thin, and your performance and well-being suffer. Learning to say no means learning to set boundaries firmly and kindly. It means understanding that your well-being and goals deserve protection. Practice saying no with confidence and respect. You don't have to provide long explanations or apologies. A simple, honest, and polite refusal is enough. When you express your no clearly, people understand your limits and learn to respect your time. This clarity builds trust and prevents misunderstandings. Saying no also means learning to say yes to yourself. By refusing distractions and obligations that don't align with your purpose, you create time and energy to invest in your growth and priorities. This shift from being reactive to proactive empowers you to design your life intentionally. Start small by identifying low-impact distractions or obligations that you can eliminate immediately. Notice how freeing it feels to reclaim your time. This small practice builds momentum and strengthens your ability to say no in more significant situations. Use planning and prioritization tools to help decide where to say no. When you have a clear schedule and list of priorities, it becomes easier to spot what doesn't fit. Protect your calendar like it's your most valuable asset, because it truly is. Remember that saying no is a skill that improves with practice. The more you do it, the less intimidating it becomes. Initially, you might worry about disappointing others or missing opportunities, but over time, you learn that protecting your focus leads to better results and deeper satisfaction. Reframe your mindset around no. See it as a positive and necessary choice, rather than a negative rejection. Saying no is an act of self-respect and a commitment to your goals. This perspective shifts your energy and reduces resistance. Recognize when distractions come disguised as urgent or important. Not everything demanding your attention deserves it. Pause and evaluate the true impact of requests or interruptions. Before responding, this pause gives you power over your decisions. Learn to communicate your no effectively. Use firm but polite language that shows you value your time and theirs. Statements like, "I'm focusing on a priority right now and can't commit," are clear and respectful. Avoid over-explaining or making excuses. Set boundaries with technology to minimize distractions. Turn off unnecessary notifications, schedule specific times for checking messages, and create focused work sessions without interruptions. Managing your digital environment is essential for protecting your attention. Delegate tasks that don't require your direct involvement. Saying no to certain obligations can also mean empowering others to take responsibility. This delegation lightens your load and builds trust and capability in your team or family. Understand that some people might resist your no. They may push back or try to guilt you into saying yes. Stand firm calmly and consistently. Your boundaries are important, and you owe it to yourself to maintain them. Prioritize your mental and physical health by saying no to stressors that add no value. Overloading yourself with obligations can lead to burnout and decreased productivity. Protect your health by managing commitments wisely. Create rituals or routines that support your no. For example, schedule regular time blocks for focused work or rest and treat these times as non-negotiable. These rituals reinforce your boundaries and make saying no easier. Reflect on past experiences where saying yes to distractions or obligations hurt your progress. Use these lessons as motivation to be more selective. Let your past serve as a reminder of why saying no is necessary. Stay flexible and open to adjusting your no when priorities change. Saying no is about protecting your current focus, not rigidly rejecting every request forever. Reevaluate opportunities as your goals evolve. Celebrate the freedom and focus that come from saying no. Notice how much more energy and clarity you have when you protect your time. This awareness reinforces your commitment to your boundaries. Saying no is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of strength and self-awareness. It shows that you understand your worth and are willing to make tough choices to honor it. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries and encourage you to protect your focus. Positive social support makes it easier to maintain your no and stay aligned with your goals. Learn from role models who say no effectively. Observe how successful people protect their time and energy. Their example can provide strategies and inspiration for your own practice. Recognize that saying no creates space for yes. Yes to growth, yes to opportunities aligned with your goals, and yes to a balanced and fulfilling life. This positive outlook helps you stay motivated in maintaining your boundaries. Practice gratitude for the clarity and control that saying no brings. Appreciating your ability to manage distractions and obligations strengthens your resolve and fosters a positive mindset. Saying no to distractions and unnecessary obligations is essential for a focused, purposeful, and fulfilling life. It allows you to guard your energy and attention for what truly matters. Embrace this skill today and watch your productivity, happiness, and success soar as you take full control of your life's direction. Number 13, give generously without expecting anything in return. True generosity transforms your life more deeply than anything else, because it frees you from the limits of expectation and opens your heart to real connection and purpose. Giving without expecting anything back is not just an act of kindness, but a declaration of your strength and confidence. When you give generously, your motivation is pure and your spirit grows. This kind of giving brings a satisfaction and fulfillment that no transaction or return can match. It's a practice that shifts your focus from what you lack to what you can offer. And this shift changes everything. Generosity without expectation starts with a mindset rooted in abundance rather than scarcity. It requires you to believe there is always enough to share and that your value is not tied to what you receive in return. This belief releases you from worry about loss and empowers you to give fully and freely. When you operate from abundance, you find joy in the act of giving itself, regardless of outcome. Giving generously means offering your time, energy, resources, or attention with openness and sincerity. It's about recognizing the needs of others and responding with compassion without keeping score. This attitude creates genuine bonds and nurtures trust and goodwill. When your giving comes from the heart, it resonates deeply and often inspires others to do the same. Expecting something in return puts conditions on your generosity, and conditions create disappointment and resentment. When you give with strings attached, you limit the power of your generosity. You reduce it to a transaction rather than a gift. Free giving is liberating because it removes pressure and opens the door to authentic kindness and love. Practice generosity in small, consistent ways. It could be a simple act like offering a kind word, listening attentively, or helping someone without being asked. These everyday acts build your giving muscle and deepen your connection to others. Over time, they create a ripple effect of positivity in your life and community. Generosity is also a form of courage. It means putting yourself out there, sometimes without recognition or thanks. This vulnerability strengthens your character and builds resilience. It reminds you that your worth is inherent and not dependent on others' approval or gratitude. Giving generously improves your emotional well-being. Studies show that acts of kindness release chemicals in the brain that boost happiness and reduce stress. This natural reward motivates you to keep giving and strengthens your emotional health. Generosity is a gift that keeps on giving to your own spirit. Recognize that your generosity can take many forms. It's not just about money. Offering your skills, knowledge, encouragement, or presence can be equally valuable. Sometimes your time and attention are the most precious gifts you can provide. Being generous means being aware of the ways you can make a positive difference. Avoid measuring the impact of your giving too quickly. The effects of generosity often ripple out in ways you cannot immediately see. Your kindness may inspire someone to pay it forward or plant a seed of hope in difficult times. Trust that your generosity has a purpose beyond your immediate understanding. Generosity without expectation creates stronger relationships. When you give without an agenda, people feel safe and valued for who they are, not what they can give back. This creates trust and deepens connections. Such relationships are more fulfilling and resilient. Cultivate gratitude for the opportunity to give. Recognizing your ability to help others fosters humility and appreciation. This gratitude fuels a positive cycle of giving and receiving without attachment. It centers your actions in kindness rather than obligation. Be mindful of your motivations when you give. Check in with yourself to ensure your generosity is genuine and not driven by desire for praise or influence. True giving comes from a place of authenticity and care, not from need for validation. Set healthy boundaries even as you give generously. Giving does not mean exhausting yourself or neglecting your needs. Protect your energy and resources to sustain your generosity over the long term. Balanced giving is sustainable and effective. Learn from examples of generous people who give freely and inspire others. Their stories show that generosity is a choice and a habit that anyone can cultivate. Their lives demonstrate the power and joy that come from giving without strings. Practice generosity in challenging situations. Sometimes the greatest generosity is shown in difficult circumstances when it's easier to withdraw. Choosing to give in these moments builds strength of character and compassion. Encourage generosity in your community. When you model giving without expectation, you influence others to do the same. Collective generosity creates a supportive and thriving environment where everyone benefits. Recognize that generosity transforms not only others' lives, but your own. It teaches empathy, patience, and joy. It shifts your focus from self-centeredness to a broader sense of connection and purpose. Celebrate your acts of generosity without needing external acknowledgement. Internal satisfaction is the true reward. This celebration motivates you to continue giving freely and joyfully. Understand that generosity is a lifelong practice. It deepens as you grow and face new challenges. Your capacity to give evolves along with your awareness and compassion. Use generosity as a tool to overcome fear and scarcity mindset. Giving confidently challenges doubts about your worth and resources. It builds faith in yourself and the world. Remember that every act of giving counts, no matter the size. Small gestures of kindness accumulate to create significant positive change. Don't underestimate the power of your contributions. Approach generosity with humility and respect. Giving without expecting returns honors the dignity of others and fosters mutual respect. It creates a space where generosity flows naturally and abundantly. Maintain openness to receiving generosity from others without guilt or hesitation. Accepting help or kindness allows the cycle of giving and receiving to continue. It fosters balance and connection. Teach the next generation about generosity by modeling it in your actions. Passing down the value of giving without expectation builds stronger communities and future leaders. Reflect regularly on your giving experiences. Consider how generosity has impacted your life and others. This reflection deepens your commitment and appreciation for the power of giving. Recognize that generosity is a choice you make every day. Choosing to give freely enriches your life and the lives of those around you. Make generosity your way of life and watch your world transform through the power of giving without expectation. Number 14, reflect regularly on your progress and adjust your path. Regularly reflecting on your progress and adjusting your path is one of the most powerful habits you can develop to stay aligned with your goals and continue growing in life. Without reflection, it's easy to lose direction, repeat mistakes, and miss opportunities for improvement. Taking time to honestly evaluate where you are and where you want to go keeps you in control and ensures your actions match your intentions. This process isn't about judgment or criticism, but about awareness and adaptation. Reflection requires intentional pauses from the busyness of life. It means stepping back from daily tasks and distractions to ask yourself meaningful questions. What have I achieved? What challenges did I face? What lessons did I learn? How close am I to my goals? This honest self-assessment provides clarity about your strengths and areas for growth. It gives you a realistic picture of your journey and helps prevent you from drifting aimlessly. Adjusting your path based on reflection is a sign of wisdom and strength, not weakness. Life is constantly changing, and so are you. Stubbornly sticking to a plan that no longer serves you wastes time and energy. When you're willing to adapt, you show flexibility and openness to growth. This mindset turns obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. Make reflection a regular part of your routine, whether weekly, monthly, or quarterly. Schedule dedicated time for this practice. Consistency and reflection builds momentum and creates a habit of self-awareness. Use a journal, notes, or voice recordings to capture your thoughts and insights. Documenting your reflections allows you to track patterns and progress over time. Set specific criteria for evaluating your progress. Define measurable milestones or key indicators that reflect your goals. These benchmarks give you objective data to assess your efforts and results. Knowing exactly what success looks like helps you make informed decisions about your next steps. When reflecting, avoid harsh self-criticism. Focus on facts and learning rather than blaming or doubting yourself. Treat yourself with the same kindness and curiosity you would offer a friend. This compassionate approach fosters motivation and resilience rather than discouragement. Use your reflections to celebrate successes, no matter how small. Recognizing achievements builds confidence and reinforces positive behaviors. Celebrate progress as a way to fuel your enthusiasm and commitment. This positive reinforcement encourages continued effort and growth. Identify obstacles or habits that hold you back during your reflection. Pinpointing these barriers allows you to develop strategies to overcome them. Whether it's procrastination, fear, or lack of resources, naming the problem is the first step toward solving it. Adjust your goals as necessary based on your reflections. Sometimes your priorities or circumstances shift, and your goals need to evolve accordingly. Don't hesitate to revise timelines, methods, or even objectives to better fit your current situation. This flexibility ensures your efforts remain relevant and achievable. Seek feedback from trusted sources to enrich your reflections. Others can offer valuable perspectives that you might overlook. Be open to constructive criticism and use it as a tool for improvement. Surround yourself with people who support your growth and provide honest insight. Balance reflection with forward momentum. Avoid getting stuck in overthinking or analysis paralysis. Use reflection to inform action, then move confidently toward your adjusted path. This balance maintains productivity while ensuring thoughtful decision-making. Incorporate gratitude into your reflection practice. Acknowledge what you've learned, the progress you've made, and the opportunities ahead. Gratitude shifts your mindset toward positivity and possibility, enhancing your motivation. Reflect on your emotional state and mental well-being alongside your achievements. Success is not just about external results, but also about inner growth and balance. Being aware of your feelings helps you make holistic adjustments to your path. Use visualization during reflection to imagine your future success and the steps to get there. This mental rehearsal sharpens focus and builds confidence. Visualization creates a clear image of your desired outcome and motivates consistent action. Set intentions for your next period of growth based on your reflections. Clear intentions provide direction and purpose. Writing down these intentions solidifies your commitment and clarifies your focus. Evaluate the alignment between your daily actions and your long-term vision. Reflection reveals whether your habits support or hinder your goals. This insight allows you to reinforce beneficial behaviors and eliminate distractions. Practice humility during reflection. Acknowledge that growth is a continuous journey with ups and downs. Accepting this reality reduces frustration and encourages persistence. Consider the resources and support you need to progress further. Reflect on whether you require new skills, tools, or connections. Taking action to acquire these resources accelerates your growth. Reflect on how your values influence your decisions and actions. Ensuring your path aligns with your core beliefs creates authenticity and fulfillment. Misalignment often leads to dissatisfaction and lack of motivation. Use reflection to maintain balance in your life. Assess how you're dividing your time and energy among work, relationships, health, and personal growth. Adjusting your path to achieve harmony prevents burnout and promotes well-being. Create accountability systems to support your reflections and adjustments. Share your goals and progress with a mentor, coach, or peer group. Accountability increases commitment and provides encouragement. Recognize that reflection sometimes reveals uncomfortable truths. Facing these truths requires courage, but is essential for meaningful growth. Embrace discomfort as a sign of progress. Use failures or setbacks as valuable feedback during reflection. Analyze what went wrong without judgment and identify lessons learned. This approach transforms mistakes into opportunities. Celebrate your resilience and adaptability each time you adjust your path. These qualities are critical for long-term success and fulfillment. Reflect on your motivation and passion regularly. Ensure your path excites and energizes you. If enthusiasm wanes, use reflection to rediscover or redefine your purpose. Maintain a growth mindset through your reflection practice. Believe in your ability to learn, improve, and overcome challenges. This belief sustains your effort and optimism. Remember that reflection is a tool for empowerment. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life, enabling you to navigate changes intentionally and effectively. Prioritize reflection, not as a one-time event, but as a lifelong habit. Continual self-assessment and adjustment create a dynamic and fulfilling life journey. Trust the process of reflection and adjustment. It may not always be comfortable, but it consistently leads to greater clarity, success, and personal satisfaction. Approach reflection with curiosity and openness. View your journey as an evolving story where every experience contributes to your growth. Regular reflection and flexible adjustment keep you aligned with your true goals and values. This practice prevents wasted effort and enhances your chances of living a purposeful and rewarding life. Make reflecting on your progress and adjusting your path a daily commitment. This habit empowers you to stay focused, overcome obstacles, and achieve your highest potential. Number 15, develop patience. Knowing success takes consistent effort. Patience is the secret foundation upon which all lasting success is built, and understanding this truth can change the course of your life forever. The road to achievement is rarely fast or easy, and those who expect instant results often find themselves frustrated and giving up before their efforts bear fruit. Success demands steady, persistent work over time, and patience is the strength that keeps you moving forward when progress seems slow or invisible. It is patience that allows you to keep planting seeds, knowing that a harvest will come if you don't quit. Every moment spent waiting and working consistently is an investment in your future. The world often glorifies quick wins, but real accomplishment comes from enduring through challenges, learning from failures, and showing up day after day. Patience isn't passive, it's active endurance. Paired with purposeful action, it means focusing on the process rather than just the outcome, trusting that each small step is necessary for the larger goal. Developing patience begins with shifting your mindset away from immediate gratification to long-term vision. When you accept that meaningful progress takes time, you reduce the stress and anxiety that comes from expecting too much too soon. This acceptance helps you maintain emotional balance and keeps discouragement at bay. Patience creates space for thoughtful growth instead of impulsive reactions. Consistent effort over time builds momentum, Even small, regular actions accumulate to create significant change. A single workout, a single page written, or a single conversation may seem insignificant on its own, but repeated daily, these actions transform your abilities and opportunities. Patience enables you to trust this slow buildup and resist the urge to quit prematurely. Frustration is a natural part of any difficult journey, but patience teaches you to face frustration without losing hope. It allows you to step back, breathe, and remind yourself why you started. This calm endurance strengthens your resilience and sharpens your focus. Patience is a muscle that grows stronger each time you use it in the face of obstacles. Set realistic expectations to nurture patience. Understand that setbacks, mistakes, and slow progress are normal parts of the process. Accepting this reality reduces self-criticism and increases your willingness to persist. Success is rarely a straight path, and patience helps you navigate the curves and detours. Celebrate small wins along the way. Recognizing incremental progress boosts motivation and reinforces patience. These moments remind you that your efforts are working, even if the final goal feels distant. Gratitude for small achievements creates a positive cycle that sustains consistent work. Use patience to maintain discipline. When motivation wanes, discipline keeps you on track. Knowing that consistent effort is key makes it easier to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Patience helps you stay committed during the times when enthusiasm fades. Avoid comparing your journey to others. Everyone's timeline is different, and impatience often arises from comparing your progress to someone else's success. Focus on your own path and trust the pace that works for you. Patience fosters self-acceptance and reduces unnecessary pressure. Patience also involves managing your energy wisely. Avoid burnout by pacing yourself and taking breaks when needed. Consistency is about sustainability, not pushing to the point of exhaustion. A patient approach respects your limits while keeping you moving forward. Practice mindfulness to enhance patience. Being present in the moment reduces anxiety about the future and helps you appreciate the process. Mindfulness encourages calmness and clarity, making it easier to endure challenges with grace. Seek support from mentors, peers, or communities who understand the value of patience. Their encouragement and shared experiences can strengthen your resolve. Knowing you're not alone in the struggle makes patience more bearable and meaningful. Remind yourself that great achievements often take years or decades. The success stories you admire usually come from long-term effort and countless unseen hours of work. Let these examples inspire your patience rather than impatience. Use setbacks as learning opportunities. Patience allows you to view failures as feedback rather than defeat. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and continue forward with renewed insight. This perspective turns obstacles into growth moments. Cultivate a sense of purpose that fuels your patience. When your goals have deep meaning, enduring the wait becomes easier. Purpose anchors you and gives your patience direction and strength. Visualize the outcome you desire while embracing the time it takes to reach it. This balance between vision and patience creates motivation grounded in reality. It helps you stay inspired without becoming frustrated by the process. Keep a journal to track your progress and reflections on patience. Writing down your experiences provides perspective and reinforces your commitment. It also highlights how far you've come and the value of persistent effort. Practice gratitude daily, appreciating what you have and what you've accomplished so far. Softens impatience and increases satisfaction. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present and growing. Recognize that patience is an act of faith in yourself, your goals, and the process. It's trusting that your consistent efforts will pay off even when the evidence isn't immediately visible. This faith sustains you through doubt and uncertainty. Avoid multitasking or rushing through tasks. Focused, steady work builds quality results over time. Patience teaches you to prioritize depth over speed, ensuring your efforts are effective and lasting. Balance patience with ambition. Being patient doesn't mean settling or becoming complacent. It means actively working toward your goals. While understanding that true success is gradual, this balance keeps you motivated and grounded. Remind yourself that impatience often leads to mistakes, poor decisions, or burnout. Patience reduces these risks by encouraging thoughtful, steady progress. It protects your long-term interests. Practice self-compassion when impatience arises. It's natural to want quick results, but beating yourself up won't help. Treat yourself kindly and return your focus to consistent effort. Use affirmations to reinforce patience. Repeating statements like "I trust the process" or "success takes time" can strengthen your mindset and calm your mind during moments of frustration. Learn from nature's example. Trees don't grow overnight, and rivers carve canyons through steady flow. Patience aligns you with these natural rhythms of growth and change. Stay curious and open-minded during your journey. Patience allows you to explore new ideas and approaches without rushing. This openness can lead to breakthroughs and deeper understanding. Recognize that patience develops character and wisdom. The ability to endure difficulty and delay gratification prepares you for greater responsibilities and achievements. Set short-term goals that support your long-term vision. These incremental targets provide focus and satisfaction while you exercise patience toward larger ambitions. Embrace patience as a daily practice. It's not a one-time decision, but a continuous choice to stay steady. Keep learning and keep working. Trust that your consistent effort, combined with patience, will lead you to the success you deserve. This trust is the foundation of persistence in the path to lasting fulfillment. Let patience be your guide, your shield, and your strength as you pursue your dreams with unwavering commitment and steady progress. Number 16, embrace failure as a teacher and keep moving forward. Failure is not the end of the road, but a vital step on the path to success, and learning to embrace it as a teacher will give you strength that no victory alone can provide. When you view failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, you unlock the power to grow beyond your current limits. Every failure carries a message, a chance to adjust, improve, and move forward with greater wisdom and resilience. The real failure is in stopping letting a setback define you instead of using it to refine you. The truth is, failure is unavoidable when you strive for anything worthwhile. It's part of the process of learning and becoming better. The sooner you accept this, the faster you free yourself from fear and hesitation. Fear of failure often keeps people stuck in their comfort zones, preventing them from taking risks that lead to real growth. Embracing failure means accepting discomfort and uncertainty as necessary companions on your journey. When you fail, don't rush to judgment or despair. Instead, pause and ask what you can learn from the experience. Identify what didn't work and why. Look for specific insights that help you understand how to adjust your approach. This reflective attitude transforms mistakes into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow or setbacks pile up. Momentum is key to overcoming failure. Action creates movement, and movement generates new opportunities. Stagnation deepens discouragement, while persistent effort builds confidence and opens doors. Forward motion, even if small, signals your commitment to growth and signals to your mind that failure is temporary. Understand that no one succeeds without facing failures. Every successful person has a history filled with moments of defeat and doubt. Their difference lies in their refusal to quit and their ability to extract value from failure. Learning from these examples inspires perseverance and reminds you that failure is not unique to you, it's universal. Use failure to build resilience. Each time you recover and continue, your mental and emotional toughness grows. This resilience prepares you for greater challenges and higher achievements. The ability to bounce back is often what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Don't internalize failure as a reflection of your worth. Mistakes do not define you. They are events that happen during your effort. Separate your identity from your outcomes to maintain self-confidence and motivation. This distinction allows you to approach setbacks with objectivity and hope. Share your failures and what you've learned with others. Talking openly about your experiences breaks the stigma around failure and creates a supportive environment for growth. It also helps you process lessons and gain perspective. Vulnerability and sharing can foster connection and encouragement. Develop a growth mindset by viewing failure as part of learning. Believe that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and feedback. This mindset encourages experimentation and innovation, making failure a valuable resource rather than a barrier. Set realistic expectations about failure. Know that it's a natural, sometimes frequent occurrence when pushing beyond your comfort zone. This expectation reduces frustration and helps you stay calm when setbacks arise. Practice self-compassion in the face of failure. Treat yourself kindly rather than harshly. Acknowledge that failure is human and that you are doing your best. This kindness sustains your motivation and emotional well-being. Analyze failure to separate what is within your control from what isn't. Focus your energy on adjusting your actions rather than dwelling on uncontrollable factors. This focus increases your sense of agency and effectiveness. Build a support system that encourages you to learn from failure and keep moving forward. Surround yourself with people who believe in your potential and understand the role of failure in growth. Use failure as an opportunity to refine your goals and strategies. Sometimes setbacks reveal that your original plan needs revision. Be willing to pivot or change direction based on lessons learned. Recognize that failure often precedes success. Many breakthroughs come after repeated attempts and refinements. Trust the process and stay committed to your vision. Visualize your success while acknowledging the possibility of failure along the way. This balanced perspective prepares you emotionally for ups and downs and strengthens your resolve. Maintain curiosity about what failure can teach you. Approach setbacks with an open mind and willingness to explore new ideas or skills. Curiosity transforms failure into discovery. Set small, achievable goals that allow you to experiment and learn safely. This approach reduces the fear of failure and creates frequent learning opportunities. Celebrate your courage to face failure and continue trying. Acknowledge the strength it takes to persist despite difficulties. This celebration boosts your confidence and reinforces positive behavior. Develop habits of reflection after failures. Take time to review what happened, how you responded, and what you can improve. Regular reflection makes learning from failure systematic and effective. Avoid perfectionism, which can paralyze you with fear of mistakes. Embrace imperfection as part of progress. Accept that failure is an essential ingredient in the recipe for mastery. Practice gratitude for the lessons that failure provides. Thank yourself for the effort and resilience you show by not giving up. Gratitude shifts your mindset to positivity and growth. Focus on the process rather than just the outcome. Enjoy learning and improving instead of fixating on immediate success. This focus makes failure less discouraging and more productive. Take responsibility for your failures without blaming others or circumstances. Owning your mistakes empowers you to take corrective action and regain control. Use failure to develop humility. Recognizing your limits and need for growth fosters openness to new knowledge and feedback. Balance persistence with flexibility. Know when to keep pushing and when to adjust your approach. This balance prevents wasted effort and promotes smarter progress. Encourage a culture of learning from failure in your personal and professional life. When failure is seen as growth, innovation flourishes. Remember that every failure is temporary and contains the seeds of future success. Holding on to this truth fuels your perseverance. Embrace failure, not as a setback, but as a necessary chapter in your story. Keep moving forward with courage, curiosity, and confidence, knowing that each step brings you closer to your goal. Number 17, practice self-discipline to master your impulses and habits. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of all personal mastery and the key to controlling your impulses and habits that shape your daily life and future success. Without it, even the most brilliant plans and the strongest desires are powerless, because unchecked impulses will steer you off course, and inconsistent habits will erode your progress. Mastery over yourself begins with the deliberate choice to control your actions, decisions, and reactions consistently, especially when motivation is low or distractions are high. This is not about being perfect, but about developing the strength to say no to momentary temptations and yes to what truly serves your long-term goals. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They learned to govern their impulses before those impulses could govern them. Impulses are natural, but how you respond to them determines your outcomes. Self-discipline means you create a gap between desire and action, giving yourself the chance to choose wisely instead of reacting habitually. This gap is the power zone where you decide what habits to nurture and which ones to break. Habits form the structure of your days, and they ultimately define your life. If your habits are random and uncontrolled, your results will be unpredictable. By practicing self-discipline, you build habits intentionally that support your vision, health, productivity, and relationships. This process takes time and effort, but the rewards are exponential. Each disciplined action compounds into a lifestyle that moves you steadily toward your goals. Start with small actions to build self-discipline. Trying to change everything at once overwhelms your willpower and leads to burnout. Focus on mastering one habit or impulse at a time. As you succeed in small wins, your confidence grows and your ability to resist temptation strengthens. This creates a positive feedback loop of progress and motivation. Consistency is the backbone of self-discipline. It's better to do something imperfectly every day than perfectly once in a while. The disciplined person understands that success is built on repeated actions over time. Showing up regularly for your goals creates momentum and makes discipline easier. Learn to delay gratification. This is the essence of self-control. When you resist immediate pleasures that conflict with your goals, you invest in your future. Whether it's choosing a healthy meal over junk food, working an extra hour instead of watching TV, or saving money rather than spending impulsively. Delaying gratification builds character and moves you closer to success. Be aware of your triggers and environments that challenge your discipline. Certain people, places, or situations might tempt you to break your commitments. Recognizing these triggers allows you to prepare and respond wisely. Sometimes this means avoiding situations or creating new routines that reduce temptation. Use routines and rituals to automate discipline. When good habits become part of your daily schedule, they require less conscious effort to maintain. Discipline becomes a natural flow rather than a constant battle. Design your environment to support these routines and reduce friction. Understand that self-discipline requires mental toughness. You will face moments of discomfort, boredom, or frustration. The disciplined person accepts these feelings as part of the process rather than reasons to quit. This mindset builds resilience and endurance, which are critical for long-term achievement. Track your progress and hold yourself accountable. Use journals, apps, or partners to monitor your habits and impulses. Accountability increases your commitment and provides motivation when your internal drive falters. Celebrate your successes, but also learn from slips without harsh judgment. Practice mindfulness to strengthen discipline. Being present helps you notice impulses before acting on them. Mindfulness creates a pause that empowers choice rather than automatic reaction. This awareness sharpens your ability to stay on track and make intentional decisions. Develop clear goals and reasons behind your discipline. Knowing why you want to master your impulses provides motivation during difficult times. Connect your disciplined actions to your deeper values and desires to fuel persistence. Avoid relying solely on motivation or willpower. These fluctuate and can fail when stress or fatigue rise. Discipline is a skill developed through habits, environment design, and mindset. Build systems that make disciplined behavior easier and more consistent. Learn to forgive yourself when you fail. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. A momentary slip does not erase your progress. If you quickly return to your commitments, self-compassion prevents guilt from sabotaging your efforts and keeps you moving forward. Replace bad habits with positive alternatives. Simply trying to stop a habit without a replacement often leads to failure. Identify healthier behaviors that satisfy the same needs or desires and practice them consistently. Use visualization to imagine the benefits of self-discipline. Picture the person you want to become and the life you want to live. This mental image strengthens your resolve and clarifies the purpose behind mastering your impulses. Set boundaries to protect your discipline. Saying no to unnecessary commitments or distractions preserves your energy and focus. Boundaries help you prioritize what matters most and reduce overwhelm. Seek inspiration from others who embody self-discipline. Learn from their strategies and stories. Surrounding yourself with disciplined people increases your chances of success and provides support. Understand that discipline is not punishment, but empowerment. It frees you from chaos and regret by creating order and control over your actions. This freedom leads to confidence, peace of mind, and achievement. Develop patience alongside discipline. Mastery does not happen overnight. It grows steadily as you persist through challenges and stay committed to your goals. Reflect regularly on your progress and self-discipline. Adjust your strategies as needed and renew your commitment. Reflection helps you stay aligned and learn from your experiences. Recognize that mastering impulses is a daily practice. It requires attention and effort every day, but over time it becomes easier and more natural. Balance discipline with flexibility. Be firm in your commitments, but open to adjusting your methods when necessary. This balance prevents rigidity and burnout. Use affirmations to reinforce your discipline. Positive statements like "I control my actions" or "I choose my habits" can strengthen your mindset and focus. Celebrate your growth and self-discipline, no matter how small. Each victory builds momentum and belief in your ability to change. Remember that self-discipline creates a foundation for all other successes. It enables you to achieve health, wealth, relationships, and personal growth. Without it, these areas suffer. Choose to practice self-discipline every day. This choice empowers you to design your life rather than be controlled by impulses and habits. Let self-discipline be the engine that drives your progress and the anchor that keeps you steady on your path to greatness. Number 18, create daily routines that empower your productivity and focus. Creating daily routines that empower your productivity and focus is one of the most powerful decisions you can make to transform your life completely. When your days are structured intentionally, your energy is conserved, your distractions minimized and your results magnified. Without clear routines, even the most talented or motivated person will find their efforts scattered, inconsistent, and less effective. Productivity isn't about doing more things. It's about doing the right things regularly and with focus. The foundation for this lies in the habits you build and the structure you create for yourself every single day. A productive routine starts with clarity about your priorities. What are the few critical tasks or goals that will move you forward? When you know what matters most, you can design your day around these activities and give them your best attention. This clarity cuts through the noise of less important demands and allows your focus to sharpen. Consistency in your daily routine is key. The brain thrives on repetition because it conserves energy. When actions become automatic, by following a routine, you reduce decision fatigue and free mental space to concentrate on high-impact work. Habits embedded in your routine make your productivity sustainable, instead of a roller coaster of bursts and crashes. Begin by identifying the times of day when you feel most alert and energized. Everyone has natural rhythms. Some are sharpest in the morning, others late at night. Align your most demanding tasks with these peak energy periods. This simple alignment significantly boosts focus and output. Set a start and end time for your work or focus sessions. This boundary helps create urgency and discourages procrastination. Working without a defined time frame often leads to distractions and extended effort with lower efficiency. Time boxing your tasks keeps you accountable and intentional. Incorporate breaks into your routine. The mind can only sustain high levels of focus for limited periods. Scheduled breaks restore energy and prevent burnout. Use breaks to stretch, move, breathe deeply, or take a short walk. These activities refresh your body and mind for the next round of work. Minimize distractions by controlling your environment. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and create a workspace that invites concentration. A cluttered or noisy environment pulls your attention away from the task at hand. Routines should include preparing your environment for success. Prepare a morning routine that sets a positive tone for the day. How you start your day greatly influences your mood and productivity. Activities like stretching, journaling, reading something inspiring, or planning your day prime your mind for focus and accomplishment. End your day with a routine that helps you reflect and plan for tomorrow. This reflection consolidates your achievements and reveals what needs adjustment. Planning ahead reduces anxiety about upcoming tasks and allows you to begin each day with direction and calm. Incorporate habits that improve your physical and mental well-being. Hydration, nutrition, exercise, and adequate sleep are essential for sustained productivity. Routines that include these elements support your brain's ability to focus and your body's endurance. Track your routine and productivity over time. Use journals or apps to observe patterns, successes, and areas for improvement. Data helps you refine your routine and recognize what practices serve you best. Be flexible and willing to adjust your routines as your needs and goals evolve. What works for one season of life might need change in another. Flexibility prevents rigidity from becoming a barrier to growth. Avoid multitasking. Focus on one task at a time during your work periods. Multitasking divides your attention and reduces the quality and speed of your output. Single tasking within routines builds depth and mastery. Use rituals to signal transitions between different parts of your day. This could be a brief meditation before work or a walk after finishing a project. Rituals help your mind shift gears smoothly and maintain focus. Prioritize important but non-urgent tasks in your routine to prevent last-minute stress. Planning for these tasks ensures steady progress and reduces overwhelm. Leverage the power of habit stacking. Attach new productive habits to existing ones. For example, after brushing your teeth in the morning, spend 5 minutes reviewing your goals. This technique makes adopting routines easier and more natural. Set boundaries for work and rest. Protect your personal time by ending work at a set hour. This balance prevents burnout and keeps your energy sustainable. Create a routine that includes moments of creativity and problem solving. When your mind is fresh, avoid saving these tasks for when you are tired or distracted. Practice gratitude and positive affirmation as part of your routine. This mental habit fosters resilience and optimism, which sustain productivity through challenges. Use technology wisely. Choose tools that aid your focus rather than distract you. Productivity apps, timers, and blockers can be helpful when integrated into your routine. Limit social media and unnecessary digital consumption during work periods. These activities fragment your attention and waste valuable time. Keep your workspace organized as part of your routine. A tidy space supports a tidy mind and reduces procrastination. Stay hydrated and nourish your body with balanced meals during the day. Energy dips from dehydration or poor nutrition impair focus and motivation. Set realistic goals for each day within your routine. Overloading yourself creates frustration and decreases productivity. Focus on what can be reasonably accomplished. Use deep breathing or brief meditation to reset your focus when distractions or stress arise. These simple techniques calm your nervous system and sharpen concentration. Maintain a positive attitude towards your routine, viewing it as an empowering structure rather than a rigid prison. Makes discipline easier to sustain. Practice accountability by sharing your routine goals with a friend, mentor, or coach. External support increases motivation and consistency. Avoid decision fatigue by preparing your clothing, meals, and work materials the night before. This preparation streamlines your morning and conserves mental energy. Celebrate your achievements at the end of each day. Acknowledging progress boosts morale and reinforces routine adherence. Use your routine to balance work and personal growth activities like reading, learning, or hobbies. This balance enriches your life and keeps your mind agile. Create routines that support your long-term vision and goals rather than just daily tasks. This alignment ensures your efforts build toward meaningful success. Remember that building effective routines is a gradual process. Be patient and persistent in refining what works best for you. Recognize that your daily habits are the building blocks of your future. Thoughtfully designed routines guide you steadily toward your highest potential. Choose today to design routines that maximize your focus and productivity, and experience the profound impact consistent structure can have on your life. Number 19, express your true feelings to foster genuine connections. Expressing your true feelings is one of the most powerful ways to build real and lasting connections with others, and it requires courage, honesty, and practice. When you hold back what you truly feel, relationships become surface level and distant. Genuine connections come from being vulnerable and authentic, sharing your thoughts and emotions openly without fear of judgment. This openness invites others to do the same and creates a foundation of trust and understanding that deepens bonds beyond casual acquaintance. Authentic expression is not just about sharing happy moments. It means communicating your fears, frustrations, joys, and hopes with sincerity. This allows people to see the real you, the complex, imperfect human behind the mask. When you let others see your true self, it encourages empathy and compassion, which are essential ingredients for meaningful relationships. Many people hesitate to express their feelings because they worry about rejection, misunderstanding, or appearing weak. However, bottling up emotions often leads to resentment, loneliness, and missed opportunities for connection. Embracing honesty in your communication liberates you from emotional burdens and creates space for deeper intimacy. Start by becoming aware of your feelings throughout the day. Notice what emotions arise in different situations and acknowledge them without judgment. This awareness is the first step toward sharing your feelings effectively, because you can't express what you don't recognize. Practice speaking about your feelings clearly and respectfully. Use simple language that reflects your experience rather than blaming or accusing others. For example, say, "I feel hurt," when instead of "you always." This approach reduces defensiveness and invites dialogue. Listening deeply is equally important. When expressing your feelings, genuine connection happens in a two-way exchange, where both parties feel heard and valued. When others share their feelings, give them your full attention without interrupting or planning your response. This shows respect and builds trust. Expressing feelings helps resolve conflicts before they escalate. When you share your concerns early and honestly, misunderstandings can be cleared up quickly. Avoiding difficult conversations may seem easier in the short term, but often leads to bigger problems and emotional distance. Understand that expressing feelings is a skill that requires practice and patience. It won't always feel comfortable at first, and sometimes you may be misunderstood. Keep refining how you communicate and stay committed to openness. Over time, your confidence and clarity will grow. Be mindful of the timing and setting when sharing your feelings. Choose moments when you and the other person can focus and are less likely to be distracted or stressed. A calm environment supports productive and compassionate conversation. Expressing feelings also means setting boundaries when needed. Being honest about what you can and cannot accept in relationships protects your well-being and fosters mutual respect. Boundaries clarify expectations and prevent resentment. Avoid suppressing difficult emotions like anger or sadness. Holding these in often leads to emotional outbursts or withdrawal. Instead, find safe ways to express them constructively. This might include talking with a trusted friend, writing in a journal, or seeking professional support. Vulnerability in expressing feelings often inspires others to be vulnerable as well. This mutual openness creates a cycle of trust and connection that strengthens relationships deeply. When people feel safe to be themselves around you, bonds grow stronger and more authentic. Recognize that expressing feelings is not about overwhelming others, but sharing in a balanced way. Be mindful of how much and how often you share, ensuring it fosters connection rather than burdening the listener. Express gratitude openly as part of your emotional communication. Saying thank you and acknowledging positive feelings nurtures goodwill and deepens bonds. Learn to read nonverbal cues when expressing and receiving feelings. Body language, tone, and facial expressions provide essential information that words alone may not convey. Being attuned to these signals enhances understanding. Practice patience with yourself and others during emotional conversations. Not everyone will respond as you hope immediately, and that's part of building trust over time. Remember that expressing feelings strengthens your emotional intelligence. The more you connect with your own emotions and share them appropriately, the better you understand yourself and others. Don't fear disagreement or vulnerability. Honest expression sometimes leads to challenging conversations, but these are necessary for growth and authentic connection. Celebrate the courage it takes to express your true feelings. Each time you do, you strengthen your relationships and your own emotional health. Use expressing feelings as a tool to resolve misunderstandings quickly. Clear communication prevents assumptions and misinterpretations. Make expressing feelings a daily habit, not just reserved for crises or special occasions. Regular emotional honesty fosters deeper bonds and prevents buildup of unresolved issues. Be mindful to express feelings without attacking or blaming others. Use I statements and focus on your experience. Encourage others to express their feelings by creating a safe and accepting space. This openness leads to more meaningful and supportive relationships. Trust that your true feelings are valid and deserve to be heard. You have the right to share your inner world authentically. Expressing feelings helps you feel more alive and connected to yourself. This self-connection is the foundation for healthy relationships. Recognize that not everyone will respond perfectly. Some may struggle with emotional expression or reception. Show compassion and patience as you navigate these differences. Use expressing feelings as a way to foster forgiveness and healing. Sharing honestly can clear emotional barriers and open pathways to reconciliation. Balance expressing feelings with listening and empathy. Connection is a two-way street that requires both giving and receiving. Practice expressing appreciation for others' honesty and vulnerability. This positive reinforcement encourages continued openness. Remember that authentic connection transforms loneliness into belonging. When you share your true feelings, you invite others to join you in a genuine and meaningful way. Choose to express your feelings today and experience the deep fulfillment that comes from real connection. Number 20. Challenge limiting beliefs to unlock your full potential. Limiting beliefs are invisible walls that block your progress and keep you trapped in a smaller version of yourself. These beliefs whisper that you're not enough, that success is out of reach, or that change is impossible. Breaking through these mental barriers is essential if you want to live a life that fully expresses your potential. Every breakthrough begins with identifying and challenging the stories you tell yourself about what you can or cannot do. Your mind holds enormous power, but it can only serve you when you control what you feed it and refuse to accept false limits. The first step to challenging limiting beliefs is awareness. These beliefs are often so ingrained that you don't notice them. You might think, I'm just not good with money, or I don't have the talent to succeed, without questioning where these ideas came from. Reflect on the thoughts that arise when you face challenges or opportunities. Are these thoughts empowering or holding you back? Pay attention to the recurring doubts and fears that stop you from trying or persisting. Once you identify a limiting belief, question its truth. Ask yourself, is this belief really based on fact or just opinion? Often these beliefs are assumptions formed by past experiences, fear, or external opinions rather than objective reality. Challenge the evidence for and against the belief. Look for examples of times when you succeeded despite the belief, or when others overcame similar doubts. This examination weakens the hold those beliefs have over you. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering alternatives. If you catch yourself thinking, I can't learn new skills, shift to I can learn anything with effort and time. The language you use shapes your mindset. Positive, truthful statements build confidence and open new possibilities. Repeat these affirmations regularly to reinforce your new beliefs until they become your default way of thinking. Surround yourself with people who believe in growth and possibility. Negative influences reinforce limiting beliefs and drain your motivation. Seek mentors, friends, or communities that encourage you to expand your horizons. Their belief in your potential fuels your own confidence and helps you see beyond your current limits. Take action despite your doubts. Limiting beliefs often create a fear of failure or rejection that paralyzes progress. Action is the antidote. Each step you take toward your goals disproves those false stories. Start small if necessary, but keep moving. Every achievement, no matter how minor, builds evidence against your limiting beliefs. Understand that failure is not proof of limitation, but a chance to learn. When you challenge a limiting belief, setbacks will happen. Instead of retreating, analyze what went wrong. Adjust your approach and try again. Persistence chips away at mental barriers and strengthens resilience. Challenge beliefs that are rooted in fear of judgment or rejection. Often, these beliefs arise from a desire to fit in or avoid discomfort. Recognize that living according to others' expectations limits your freedom and growth. Embrace the discomfort of change as the path to becoming your true self. Educate yourself continuously. Knowledge and new experiences broaden your perspective and expose the flaws in limiting beliefs. When you understand how the world works and what is possible, your mental boundaries expand naturally. Practice mindfulness to catch limiting thoughts in the moment. Awareness allows you to interrupt negative thinking patterns before they control your emotions and actions. Mindfulness gives you the power to choose empowering responses instead. Visualize yourself breaking free from limiting beliefs. Imagine the life you want without restrictions. Visualization motivates your subconscious to align with your goals and helps reprogram your mental patterns. Write down your limiting beliefs and their empowering replacements. This exercise externalizes the challenge and gives you a tangible tool to review daily. It keeps your focus on growth and change. Set measurable goals that push you just beyond your comfort zone. Growth happens where challenge meets effort. Goals provide direction and proof that you can exceed your previous limits. Seek feedback from trusted sources. Sometimes others see your potential more clearly than you do. Constructive feedback highlights areas for improvement and confirms your strengths. Celebrate small victories over limiting beliefs. Each time you prove yourself wrong, acknowledge it. These moments build momentum and reinforce your new mindset. Create habits that support your new beliefs. Consistent behaviors aligned with your goals solidify your transformed mindset and build new neural pathways. Avoid comparing yourself to others as a measure of worth or ability. Everyone has a unique journey. Focus on your progress and potential rather than external standards. Challenge societal or cultural beliefs that limit you. Question norms that say who you should be or what you can achieve. Freedom comes from defining your own path. Practice patience with yourself. Changing beliefs formed over years or decades takes time. Persistence and compassion are essential companions on this journey. Use affirmations not as empty phrases but as commitments backed by action. Words alone won't change beliefs, but words paired with effort create real transformation. Understand that your brain is adaptable. Neuroplasticity means your thoughts and beliefs can be rewired. This scientific fact empowers you to break free from old patterns. Reject the idea that past failures define your future. Every day is a new chance to rewrite your story and prove your potential. Engage in conversations that inspire and challenge your thinking. Exposure to new ideas stimulates growth and weakens limiting beliefs. Keep a journal to track your progress in overcoming limiting beliefs. Writing deepens reflection and keeps you accountable. Build resilience by embracing discomfort as part of growth. The pain of change is temporary, but the rewards are lasting. Trust your capacity to learn, adapt, and succeed. Belief in yourself fuels action and opens doors previously unseen. Recognize that challenging limiting beliefs is a lifelong process. There will always be new challenges that test your mindset. Stay vigilant and committed to your growth. Choose today to confront the stories that hold you back and open yourself to the vast possibilities ahead. Your full potential awaits when you refuse to accept limits that do not serve you.